chem so ba ko bi kura free mu be over 1 year ni na say and I maintain you but na fa wow so I'm say we dana the pabichiwa
na say what dia fe
na say
oh yeah the kasiama
oh yes
saade no so ya hu ya ko say right say ya da say sorry nti
enyo birthright
oh I say
onyo moral right say you there
ba say no I say eno no ho de bia ma yenti na say no ye vary say ade mu odu sika na edu woni ya kwahwehwe no eno mo na sanka o se chine hwehwe mframa ye home a so
na odi mo private jet na nke di kan akwa bia ba o na na be for commercial flight am aye mana na commercial flight no kwan ka be ti me na me te ha me na me fro no ade hwe ye dey ready ase
example pa ni sim bia mo area na nsu atwa na nsu me ho ba bia
na o zaman
na o de gallons na ye so free akọ be adum ekose bi ona abu se
kwa otimi kosa wo ya benfina na ebuo bi ayiwu
na asaje egufu
ni nyina ho
eje ize ntimo mi na nyame aso
na sometimes na wo di bia toto to abrabon ho no say Eradi no wedi ni ye pa ye de Eradi asefo ne nso yes nti eno ensunie na ye chance ya ne se na no pray no I was say ye die abofo na se na again na wa je so eto se we no aya again head promise chane ne capsules we aya droba ko ajiwo na drona make one some dia mo na no pray no say wo ba etiminum ana fe bema nso timinum no na aboama che so ni padwana nya ho dem pa esansa ho den ebeba ni padwana ma ni nyina no aya wan ka so no ma wonom ama akwa we de ni mo say bi immune system enso ho den some former and no emani yo manso aye bisi basa na mom na no pray no ye kan fo agan adame sansere momenta wo system ebenya hoode no ana man ye kan sam ahode ba ni padwan mu no yade ebekọ yade ntimi metena aye oni padwan no so nyina no enso aye agan help promise chane ne capsules and no ana bedi aboama odwumadi awodi nyina no enso aye kama say ye koko ana ba ye oni padwan mu na say bia wodi yi enso munu so mema sam and no aba from same procrastination bia your banner himself bosume so wa say eya o ya de bia wo bonsa no ya si dwanwa wo dro no so ya gan and also somebody else wo sansom abeka de asiatica no ebeko ana afi me ka wasan here ya kan say severe waist pain ni na no eno eya gan help promise chane ne capsules anyana ensom awo dwaman so somebody else be pebia to eya 0500888830 na when again help promise champagne for and so and kasa and some anopafei ye can for aya high sense omu product no and some adiama market trust high sense and your money come and no and aya papa no so na be boama chesamoa mu ebi afie mu ene mu nyumam ni ade mu pabi atoato ani nyina no wo be high sense omu showrooms ebi mu no say bi so wo pan baako ene me ni bi and some ana cheswato aya high sense and some ana boawo aya TV no and some fridges no aya freezers and Sania, ya can say gas cookers and washing machines are free, your blenders, water dispensers, per rice cookers and ya fan a kettles and and some high sense or say everyday prices for everyday people and I'm a high sense and so I'm on your money. I'm a what of 5 years manufacturer, different warranty, our product and so high sense and some wow. 0302 5500 na high sense and panfono and some abajoso ABA herbal clinic audio ukwa na cheso kwa kwache waya so ABA no and meno ka say Dr. Ayatuma na uyo bi cataract say yete ana to wani ni so na say bi glaucoma and some abadabia wani ayko and what dabia wani prusu awsa wo pentempa na kokopa no yio esa say ade bone pa che say ade ba ko a hani papa so ye glaucoma nei one pentam entoanwa na chesano som abefra wani ani ni nyina no eye ebi ensom anababoa wo stroke abakwa prostate ni nyina no enlargement no som abajana fe we ya bama so awadon so kama wo dru eye kaso a millennium inside the hall eye dadela stop and say wo ba eye kwara so twena se a eye mema ketatwo no ma pana ebi ensom awa oya djuma 054156 5199 just ABA and some I know so afei you can for a best brand publication limited and some anamana kind of Ghana mamuade you can a best publishing and I said the leading publishing company and a best brand publication wamo and I'm a books I come up akwadanum starting in preschool na wabanya books ni nyina bi afei say be a best section 1 to 6 and I will put books and some amana mathematics your science our English language awania ya can sa scientific nom and ya kwapim twi afa computer ni nyina no akwara no some abanya book ni me na won so e de suana de afa e bia junior high school and abano so ramoa mathematics and integrated science English language and career technology afa e bano say religious and moral education ni nyina no and so your best brain and just no courses bia kwada na ye piano the electives and in the core ewo ye ne a ye kan say best brain hono a general science and I say general art biam and some a business no any ade no and so a best brain ade no na La Posada hotel our pankrono a bed na chi won ma pay and on sounds abaka best brain branches there wo ma biam mo our Ghana ne mountain so today ya no abomori an so ba front number no 0507 200 best brain and some other jokes so be no ya can for ayen ya can say solak and so anama we no aye Dr. Solomon and the abadwaso we aye Zebman Plus bar capsules and so any we bete dena when aye per panyai yasesem aye instant and no aye dear Dr. Solo and so adiabo so ya bema we na be boost sexual drive e be no say wayamre won pema fei em say newman shadan kwasade I was say suko mama sam any adeni nyina no and some our fam our pama wadro no aye Zebman Plus bar capsules ano and also momori anso be pebie na wo so wabobo kama no na be boana fe em say empam no why bibia camera no aye instant oh book capsules no no wo boy apana chasa grono what is shasunya friend abanem na betwa 2 minutes ne aye 10 minutes and 20 be any and one so boy up instant one no na no some aye juma 0245616028 na on Dr. Solo and some ankasa mana boni aye manable fast food and pizza and aye jwaro be juma and they tell say oh office say bia wo nyumam and say bia fiemu and ya dinner be a be pie say bia wo pizza bi and some other drink be aboso and I say bia jollof rice no and I say fried rice and I will pay you was several come at just say you know engagement and practice and programs ni na no aye manable na be several come ebiam wabama emsa ho eba ojumedi aso bia ebanyane de ensom na de akofie ana mo no so de mo pa ana eye akokwa no so ye kama ana wato no boase aye nti edepa wo kronom nemom ne branches no aye nwotwe ana ye kire 0249 030830 now and B and so enkasa
well you call Lawson as na fi Lawson beverages na ya din koma na no pay ni nyina no say Lawson delay man be tesa no de so onya bi a hebetima mo delay pem na wadwuma wo ye no eno achima CP asita be ma de say o down sa bosoma ketere e wo pem na delay man capsule sano enso eboa eyepa de wo nyina make catch on say wo yo ba na kwa fiche wa ya setare wa wadru delay man eno anebeboa na fe capsules no so aye ho adwuma afse amadrei ewa adwaman so 0248619999 obon komana fe nu ama kama afse amania no aye amagana emo papa eno aba adwaman so amagana rice no enie wobenya bi adi amana boa na emo anu so de se jollof rice anasembia emu tuo bi na ode kan anasembia plain rice mo cheche fried rice ni nyina na emo a yare Ghana wia adra na aduane Ghana asase so Ghana rice you were German so when you do market I'll catch you say oh pe Ghana mona Ghana niba and so down on 0537029464 now what do you come on pay ba Herbal Hospital I want you do and I pay doctor seven country say near no ayo spine what think I say and when your problem and as accident when ya some and I will name and the bua oh pe doctor wait much so and I jumani dia mo doctor bao no one akyerɛ sɛ HIV ana afei ne no ɛyɛ ɛkyerɛ yadeɛ obi a meka sɛ kuro bi atu no bɛmfɛ bebrenie ekuro no ntimi wu a wobɛba na afei doctor ɛnso atumi aboa wo paa doctor wɔ atonsu agogo yɛbɛn agogo hospital ana afei Accra Sprinters Road 18 Junction 0244988004 na wadi nkɔmɔ na no pay current stick ventures ɛduro no yɛ ɛnam yadeɛ nyinaa duro wɔn mu superstar wɔn mu captain ɛnie na diama dwewe aye captain wonam yade nyina se gono no eno akio no ema no kopa ana afi esan boa oba utie ena ro pensuo bi ta gugu aya na nka ewo ma zaramisha ene ni G capsules ano ana me kamfo them as a problem ni nyina no eno be solve man capsules aye mema enso nadro unya zara man capsules eno enso be boye pa na dwumadie no bi bia so akoye atimi adama hindi halba misha no so de omne se diabetes no ene malaria fever ni nyina no eno so abeboa ayi ade afri wo 0246348334 na wadi nkomo enano pe ya koni atoaso na 3p garlic mixture 3p eni edrowe ya de garlic no anayo emu ahoden ane atwentiza utie na no pe na garlic no wa abu no ma ese aduane a wodi kranka garlic abam but wota complain so medie aya na agima num temempe we ya yidie agi anum no afri wo num a wonte akire na obi a high blood pressure anasem bia sugar level e wo so obi a stroke adena to for mama na adura bi nom nintini no emu ba bie ama sane nan ana tesene emu adwojo a awode be start se eno ebam eno eyenkonya 3p eyi ebi enie wonom ana ebo adwuma the whole Ghana o man mu ba bia obenya adura bi ato a glass mu bottle ne glass ana finiti no kokko garlic enso mda ho number 0248928824 na wadi nkomo Kojak Farmer womu di Kojak Charcoal toothpaste ana ba yesenom de betwi yanum abeda ho na ene teeth whitening ni yanya bi ama yesen efita eno Kojak toothpaste eno ane ye ba yusu enkoda yusu bi mpanifo ensom ewo chefa ewo mu ye Kojak ene fluoride eno so ye yusu bi ana ene die woma eboa pa ne se utiri ya oya obu ani ti fedwan broni fe no migraine no uti fan edwa wo se hwihwihwi wunya dwe bi na afo no ma ebeboa code bi ana wanya eno so no ma ebetumi aboa 0244559597 ubenya ene Koja Charcoal toothpaste no ana afo pro code ebi enso etimi anoma ma na aboa na Ruta eno no Ruta Mr Ruta live ana afo Ruta tonic no Ruta Mr ne de anope wu complain what impass make us awo atie gu obi so ana cheze no ho put cha adan malaria bio ana ha madweo ni nyina no ode anya adrebi eno ye Ruta me sawo no ma ebe yi ni nyina fra wo no ma to am ntimi ni da no pay fufuo ye de besi woni mo abati bia we pa ama no yama ko ye Ruta live no so no ma moje die fru san ye woni pedua no mobu ana no blood no ntimi emfantini no ni nyina no emu ebe bie Ruta tonic enso de won pa ne se no ye adwuma ema ne no ye typhoid fever ni nyina no eno so 0244485632 na wodi nkoma Dr. Mensa na Daroma Dr. Sienkamo obi antano pe ye modero enkanche obi a wo ye adwuma eno ya mankoye eno chese bia abusua sasa edinachi na business a obi a ye ono nko ye nye ye sika to ni nsem a na se wase bray na afi omo a eno aye ni Dr. Mensa no wase obi a onum no boni apese o jaye eno so wadro a obetimi di aboa ana sabi obi o kasa nka enso ewo nanum obi a wanyini obi onso tonso keta so ha dwie pa wode ene adro a ye fa no Rathnam herbal powder eno ye memory retention powder enkoda no omukosko musua de omu hu nyina no ade so omunso abeboa ye ade amomu ye delivery service across the world be bia obia no obetimi afre amafe deliver ade amakumansi kotwe ne Guinness Depot ana de anum so Accra Madina Zongo Junction o cancer building room your number is 0244921269 na on Dr. Mensa din komotabia takum eno dia weekend bia menim say meme samata so anie damuka mu anie bi ko tafri bia wudi no na ma waten kasema kosura bra die also betimi afrompa akwakodia grade ma no so a atenke mema ifuku bo adwuma oba da on tede ni nyina wonya bia no yatakum no tafre no na ayakamana no kwade meteze man find some man to me the fat bread no na fe or kekawi as a bread no di ba or yen ho draw say takum no formata a man from afa no na the woman say capsules no so esisie no eya we ya unya bia betimi aboa pa ama you sisi mama nyina e de amana tabia ba Mr. ne de wa uni so oba wakwa fichira wote ya ana afi malaria bi how are you what draw 0243 686861 na what din komo imuli taba supplement I know eya kantanka draw na o de aba nhwehwemu o ma yem Engineer Sapomoden, SCPC to more and antique Caribbean, no abre, ni minimum tutu, or the body at one or Caribbean, a pressure, and a washroom, Ubuanzua, where Juma were young and I feel Jaho, a Juma dear Chabako, Juma, one Diniwa, ever see that wako immunity, and a conversation, Bina no man, no, a Jumane see at the Amadre, a Juma, so maybe a pharmacy beer, or the other boy room, no so Pecantanka drew, on some and Subekabi and Arope, Alaska. Star Enterprises control as a wallpaper and I will pay and as a yakase nano pay brand cutting and I will pay dio juma deal office and azemia or down our rent over association nini nano Alaska Durham or the mabu sheet no different and a banafe aroma diffuser and so no German so na number no and you open bakuba kwana do tour you were doom ya the boss FM building and a deal with Accra Circle tiptoe lane wa 0554 114878 na fe wadi Table Tech garages anu pay yam ko na fe ya car na ya de aba no de kai from no ne aba na fe o be sa woton na fe utwa na ukwa Table Tech garages wonu ma daruma wo meto na fe o metua sikai enso ngadiama o car no so problem abem o be se service and pharmacy air condition ana jabos ana o be so spray ya de machines aba ya de detective fault ansani ya ho adwuma adiama o ya ban dwuma ya ni na fe o so be so do car ba na mo madwuma ma okwan a eno no your drivers who ba be fa ni free of charge na fe ya be service de ama umpewe na open can woman say o completed building na say mi a o property asase bi na o so mo be sa wo ton a to na fe ya sa ton de amount kwa bia so about so a fabra ya so na fe ye ni dwuma fama ya wa Accra ye wo enka awosi waterways one man here bom ya dwuma wo ene Kumasi so in between Georgia Hotel any grid co office no kwana da na 0542275252 na wodi nkomo ene anope ewe ndwumadie so na ene dia ni say no na Seahorse SP2 engine oil eno so no ye car no 222 na eya de bia apie na manfo di atem ewo kwan mu eyo problem a ya kofade aba because engine oil no yemfa papa engu car no manunti ana Seahorse for modern SP2 engine oil ade aba na no say o car engine no brand new and I say be I know home use ni nyina no use abeboa petrol and diesel engines ni nyina no eno so nefa enti shano so ese o car no be say run smoothly at the amount there na o car engine no brake here Seahorse SP2 engine oil 0540 42 43 86 now what din call me demand for Dr. Time that's what the merabeto ya de no so doctor say die tie bia bu ho awo onfie be dunye maware awo ma doctor samumra and I feel bema infections ya for ya kitwa bi near diabetes hand pressure and some na was ni sisi ya ne ya doctor tenase na no pay ewa buakwa agogo school junction Accra ewa poko asomayera 0244 774282 now ni me demand for edim enkomo Polytank Adaruma, Polytank Ghana, woman yet to Musua, near sorry, oyo compa in a reservoir and so no bestobio and then near Suacha, not ye Cosenzoa, and Nina to a Tabico Polytanka, or the best stone soon, Namia Dominant Suacha, who on Sua our anti Polytank dear, and on the sire papa, as all the stone Sua, want to cent Bianso, a different crowd 1992, and your General Maimu, Yagusu General a Ghana's #1 water storage tank, and on a Polytank Dijano, so I'm a natural and Fadama, and I'll pay the woman said, you won't pay a mamma no, Sir Ojonso now, Beme Junso Bia Kem Ubinso wa, or Jonso, ne more time you know, Beman so Mubetima and Yasa, Ninano, Winner Proslavnibia, Ebe Diano, and so Eddie Flu, I'm a true man, capsules, Bema Besoya, Bememu, I want Pemi, Kachem Pemie, a true man, weak erection, a premature ejaculation in Abeconafi area, the Congo on Timantano, when I'm an insane in Abeshi Congo, no, or your barber so when I'm a come apart. pa na fe enen sansan nyina free so atem ema wa uyusu Congo wantimenta ebe 0249017101 na fe wa bonkomo power specialist heba hospital yes you call ya ma me doctor akosu adua ya fatty liver hepatitis ana fe prostate ni nyina no e ya de se ono anaja obo etese adwuma de ama owo de bibidro crogin ana ya adwuma problem no de etie bia e fibroid was bra we funa ya kesenya de se ne o de se kan kan adro na no de ma wonu ma ne se ne na ne umpewe na apede bra kuma se fe ya se bo we aye bo so mtu road adua ya junction e wo ana ye wo ana afi wo akra kwabenya ACP road on so aginamu ana takrade for ye anaji extension 0244 544 422 na oni ama me doctor akosua adua ya abonkomo fancy.
Oh, man, I say Supremo Yemre Nafi, Yembrian question of the day. So proudly brought to you by Amazu, have food. Amazu have food. Makajo say, and I prepare them to know a food come. I saw your banner. Say, Utriase, I didn't do no more. And I be do every cross a one name. You may be Ababa, see, and Amazu have food. Ever, I'm also Mujari and I'm a skin. Mutim hosa wuju hosa ni nyina no amuzu have food and so ebeboa eye drop anti so pebia 0242 955056 and ebeboa ama chese won so wanya onfa hodie kamantia no ahye so ede amena question of the day no amuzu say yemuza say hwan wa ha we because player no say wa ba boy ya bo man you nyina ne sport and you say hwan player many Cabo.
Well, Pedro Madina Cruz on the post was say Bruno Akwesi Nyameche Fernandez asem ana ye ken ana diaba ya sebe amakoma infiosi Bruno Fernandez asem ana moke Pascal Ban say watching the show live from Aguna Kwanta Bruno ana mo kana say Robert Duku say Robert watching the show live from Mankasim player no Ronaldo ana mo kana say me nana ya cast say even the picture show it say Bruno ana ye kana say me from ene abrantia fenanaya and a day aba was say Ike Nana Odum Ampon say yes they are standing there okay and no so there was a player no no ana mo can say Dubes Max say or share from say you also Dantano na osini Didi Pogasti a Bruno Fernandez ana yedi to the from pon man so Ebenezer ese Ganacho ana mo kan se mi ana fe Rubin Fosu Otu ese Bruno Fernandes ana fe John Baidu ese Bruno asem ana mo kan to Bruno tops all e was here.
Whoa, man, I say now, Kwame Maro just say Bruno Fernandes afei we so say Manchester Nyame Casio Bruno no your fan catch Kukrobian what day and a message so by Victoria that day was say Kylian Mbappe and Usman Musha one also say Bukayo Saka afei Kwaku Blanca say Bruno and Okofo Tachi Samson so say see Ronaldo Samuel Usu was say good morning watch the show from Kotobabi down Trotro stations was say Bruno and Identity and so by we say Brahim Diaz your friend a new guy can emphasize and a day and so and I pay live when the show are free Mama Shabe 102 be and young comrade real quick this one says well good morning Francis your guy DJ Ortega from Debuso update on Arsenal or say Bruno and also Identity and so at the bottom me bad to a quote Emma na young corner because I'm saying the white pa 140 us in ye BW66 5A4 B9F 140 us BW66 5A5 14A and here 25 O's and BW66 5A5 4F5 10 O's BW66 5A5 940 6 and our last code 5 O's. BW66 5A5 C39 maybe
good
5 codes
mfamude
agro you best start season now no
aben
so La Liga akra best start Premier League
me start 15 year baby
okay
ti aben yes I quite that them
afi
ebe yere se benka no ni easy kra
afi the helicopter sika o mo ho nti mo shamu sapo mo
nya what betu for your ban se kaka
e bari mo pa
mo pesika no bebre
en fo mo ni agro bako se
ye no de be taso pa
taso hene no
yes taso de enu mu an ewu
well 23 minutes after 10 live on Wontumi TV digital on satellite juma and so anopena fe 101.3 so we also enen important ya ho and make us live on Facebook Wontumi online and live on YouTube so Wontumi TV live and juma so edi free and anopena Monday morning and of course another brighter Monday morning and so any the radio say pempenso
huge part of my story so my main started economy na also yeah one story on how FIFA person or enterprise part of the World Cup no
so but make his emphasis no
but so FIFA person or ton World Cup no efa by be the American investors oh yes that story no and Jabi Alonso so adi kai said so ho enkomo na me interest ewo ho first of all Madrid signings na I say omo sales any sika na omo anya no Real Madrid one club akwa yen kan yen chiremu yi se omo su na omo ban no enye club wa oye na dwene se me ko fa kapo aba na kapo na me ko fa na ba no ni mfie se netie the bona or bono me analyzing one or the capacity to improve the game no or to grow to another level of the profile no. And so given about 3 years time 4 years time say na me mani bo akapo benyini akwakodru na bo say ene betumi ababa kan ho Madrid onye sa analysis no
okay
on yes analysis na make no ayas ne Dortmund mo na ye
yes analysis
Brighton and Hove Albion mo na yes analysis no resellable fee value and Madrid yes Madrid analyze wo psychological strength
okay
baby a obono apart from the technical tactical profile no mo analyze say oba obetimi abo how ready are you for the elite game. The demands and the huge size of their fan base, you know. I must start to say about who on fambo on yera who game no tenko. Madrid hono analyze. Or more analyze say a couple but we have Ballon d'Or because Ballon d'Or also the extra value at the break club no. So couple by what you say dia mai, what you achieve dia mai, what you fight dia kwa. Etita check a shot ye bi ha. How many times Borussia Dortmund Brighton Ajax mo omo sign player contract omo dey ashemu say oje Ballon d'Or ye be mamu say do they do that Madrid no money Chelsea no Liverpool no money buy omo na yes anko because they know say omo love no it really propagates you towards such an accolade of an individual and you know oh sign a contract omo dey shame that's it so the two just Madrid is sales omo yeni sika no so because about 10 sika na the two jano Madrid are generating 192 million euros. 192 million euros. Who has left? Madrid line up on one echo. Yeko World Cup na yeko yedi adwene corner shooting football no. About to be Mbappe na yanti. Because listen to the figure once again. 192 million euros. Who is gone? Kamavinga nkoi ana wakona yanti. Chouameni nkoi. Na mekasa mo nkwa so me ni udi nkomo no aye ma me mo odi ampese no koda wase ma ni di no bi no not figuratively literally who is left might not really matter to Madrid no but it matters to the market. So market na generate 192 million. Madrid is not a selling club, so how? Oh, Madrid they want to I am pass on but how did they generate this fee? Not from sponsorships, not from image rights, but for player sales. So how? And who are the players on Mokwa in Yasa amount to buy? Nico Pasico, Gonzalo Garcia, Victor Munoz, Eco, Alvaro Rodriguez, Mario Gila, Alex Jimenez, Cesar Palacios, Jacobo Ortega, Victor Valdepeñas, Mario Martin, Sikawenina, okay, Kabumwa, 192. The highest exit is 60 million for Nico Pass, and Mario Martin at 3.5 million euros at the buyer. Players we want and who here Real Madrid. Why na what between Casa or Bab and Nokia or line up winner where you be the left room? And then when and who here Madrid no. And Madrid asset, or when you Nico Pass, Gonzalo Garcia, or when you Madrid asset. But Madrid here Mosa. Na omu hi omu no so no omo sa so chiri ase kwan fa so run club say ye ase okra la fabrica ho kra no se nkra no bi ne na mo ma trim nya odo mu nyina ye ton mu e ho no mo ton Odegaard ni free buy anya ho a Odegaard bu sa na Madrid no mo Filibia o si Colombra no be pe unro sa na mo amia oba no mo de ko ase so Nico Pass de ne ye Nico Pass akɔno akɔda ne komo captain ebi na Odegaard ne kɔyɛ akɔyɛ no sɛ Madrid no mo sa de shem salon close o kura o ton Nico Pass na ɛsɛ gyina hɔ because mo gi player ji na mo gidie ne nduru sɛ obɔbɔ de mama sɛ sie hɔ na kotoko ne house no mo titi to no omo kotoko U20 house of go Auroras etika house na kɔ 4 players na 1 2 3 4 5 aba senior team no no omo sa so 5 bi omo ton mo de ama dwarfs on the tom of the chim. Samatex. This is how the club is run, Kapu. 192 from La Fabrica. Madrid, no.
In Yansan business, no aspect apart from football game, now it's almost at business wise. Say on tom players what Tom Vini and yes, Kazi, but in Channel. Was that the
channel?
Agwa Juma no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma and such no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We Ahata Et Yehuwa Elohika Bika Luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yashak Tode Yashak Todi Yashak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Shout out, come on, boy, Capo. Sorry, Capo chairman. I feel like chairman. Yes. Now baby, be answer. Go tama tabo kukasamu. Send messages and ben no be say. Hey, oh chairman, ya dear pass. Say what me assemble. I just quite be coming home. Hene papa me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say Wontumi sponsor I number 1 chairman Agwa Juma no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma and such no you Yami Wohoda Se Uji Didia Obeya Juma
I get a story say no make headlines our man from and so area man no pay no line when the show now I pray your credit some pinano and Airbus and your transfer market latest or no casino Julian Alvarez some latest our EBM no your Manchester United nom any wobokua your friend say Liverpool and for Chelsea nom we call a Real Madrid I said no from the two training no I some price so so start ayo mo training our brown common nyina no ye be na ye wo sare no som obesi akona ansana ye be kon sam no our brown common mo na no eno som adoma no shodo for the camera ko aye FIFA omo president no fa owo fon San Fantino and some amame na ye wo sare Fantino ni oma no eno som wasita onum se akasa no wo be kaisa aye from last week aba ana beto twa so ruana ye fon San Fantino ayo bia me no kasa no na chasa no ho anya basam ama chasa sama ban nyina no ye se wonom aro ba tu chasa wo ba so ton aye ne kan se FIFA wo mo World Cup aye right ni bi ama chasa komo nyina no mo na so bayo ama ni padie mo na so asopa no ane ade ama chasa wo hwe pressure na eba na nya ye se bi obetumi ato so ama sa proposal nyina no eno so aye adwument akoba se wo se akura se maka na mom onwe ye enti asem na obeka se ai wo konsere se bi FIFA wo betumi ato stake adiama aye private investors ama sa for no wo mo so ana be control number organizer aye FIFA wo mo competitions and some common nyina no wo so akasa wajai achiridie na serie clubs ni bi wo mo the pressure e ba ne ye kan sa aye associations ni bi omo so ne ya ye kan so omo pressure e ba ne nyina no ama jamansa kan so pani no am sam said your pressure ban so na ye kan oko aye UEFA omo so aso ya report amenya no na open sa ye say omo form aye UEFA na chasama hodo a wo mo awa shuro pakabom ama chasomo ensom aye European of aye ne kan sa Euro of European Football Association no mo no so abaso mo chase wo mo sa withdraw omo supporter wo mo ma Gianni Infantino ama chaso no abaya president ensom adama FIFA enti de menya no nyina so pani no yaba benya aye UEFA members ne bi withdraw and what German second na no pan say wo ko aye walls na chase walls ameno wo mo so abaso mo chase wo mo so withdraw omo supporter wo mo so adama no ebiam no yate side the FA ye kan FA na chase England ensom come na edie na nkrofo edie so mo nyaka so mo yomonsa ensom ade free ujumadi awudimu abama na na bibia chesam sa abato no kolu swalo no e said the eba no nyina no say the FA wo mo so say wo mo atwere ade akokoma aye Gianni Infantino na am stating clearly I just say wo mo so mo kan nyina no say wo mo so withdraw am supporter wo mo so adama no nya de sabia na ye kasai wo mo abakoso support no biom wo mo antimi support no awa bro no aye abato ababa so nyina no wo mo support no biom a chese no aye de FM panfo no wo mo so ataba na ebia ye kan say no sa wadwe ye sabia Sabia Manfobi and some aka Shadrach Mame Shuke, one prime minister. No, just a Shuke, Ayariasa, one prime minister, your friend Andy Aya Bonham, no Anti Bonham, on Papanum, and Abaso Chessa, Amsa Umiadiam on your fit, Sa Anum Abatras LED Aya FIFA, and Sansa Jumadi, our Tinino, and some our family Jumadi on Nadia, Nijumadianum, and Sonny, any other. Ama cheswanom anya din koma wabaso chesa Gianni Infantino enyo bia also lead aye FIFA ko no yentres mashuki wamonsom a prime minister penina ye fanos anti Burnham wanom enso arituja
is the right man to lead football forward on the world stage. The plan that was put forward was offensive to many football people around the world. And it can't be the case that we just move on and forget that. It wasn't acceptable. And as I say, I don't believe he's the right man to lead FIFA forward. I do not believe that he is the right man to lead football.
I know I am some UK Prime Minister Fanasa and Burnham and I'll tell you, Dennis, some amount of pay live on the show. I'm just so free was. I won't come on in now. Yada no some atemana and what you know. Mammy Bobo Crown so Paris and Shama Mano Casana Sa Uyobia Okai and a date in year pana would a quote what Chiana Chasana and exactly 9 years a person Nema. One more fan of every Barcelona Denaba Paris and Shama. Now said Nema the Silver Junior 222 million and I just 9 days. I'll come out as 9 years and year. I'll come as a Neymar no wɔbɛyɛ the most expensive footballer and some we are seeing about Kosamoa in a single window yet to be aboden na yɛ this came do to be na banning no and I akwadana fans Neymar anachos no so yes record no and told him sir ebimu e jiri say e won say be at that time na Neymar born I was so nana Barcelona any jiri be say e be a team bi e was asase a won ba trigger by the release clause and untina won cover say 222 ayeneya kabian kanema no won be shamba say 1 billion euros adiamano ba Paris Saint-Germain for no yadea no bia na so die say be sie e ma chesa mpani ampa koda no so bae enti won jiri e ba say Neymar no de no anana ama transfer market aye bibia wo ho no ma Elliot Anderson obate yes 116 million pounds and what obate Morgan Rogers yes 117 million pounds ebiem Enzo Fernandez nom Kaiser Donom aye Felipe Coutinho nom any ade Antoine Griezmann omunyina sa time no womunyina so anya transfer achas amount na ebon an worship pantinema de no de and just 9 years and you are brand akoba sanyo bi atisa no anu so ekosi na yeka onum say na Paris Saint-Germain team no womun some any player ye fan say Lucas Digne ebewie Lucas Digne kwade obaka time na World Cup no enu agusu akosna be catch us boy no when Paris Saint-Germain for the wie na obesane contract and some adiama club ye fan say PSG ana me no kasa na ana deminya no nyina no say some move no womun some adi announcement tebeba and Monday sa amakro na womun say by the close of this week and some uncle webe ebia early next week na just a point announcement no and no abanam de here no de womun say wa ya wie and yet contract was so sign no womun say a point no and some sign contract no we are and no aye kakra free womun sware banana pen no and some our shadows so afai mame bamun team na ye can buy a club womun some our South Korea na South Korea bamuchi akwakwatro no Kim Min Jae womu krom womu game na omani boboku a fan say Jeju womu so adabo buy for ni womu koda no so ye training kakra etene to ma promotion se nyame yadmo tena ana buy any Jeju womu so game no abakoso na Kim Min Jae na omubusa no say we de wa ba krom o ka obi antimi nya ohwe na anya bia no bobo no asa na won chere nya bi mo ana so last season na otanya bi bo but obey happy so be this season no Vincent company ebema ni playing time and some apaja na be a minute I was so nya nyina no and some abakosoro na ni che I will bang out of so kan nyina no seseba so be on your playing time I will Bavarian so dia one some stay now wakoso popo no and some ajama club you fan some bamunchen I will brano aye kakra and some ofina so ba owie ana Vincent company one some aye coach akasai na company no omubusa no say na so far precision akosai and was the precision some yensa as manager Emma bamunchen enie eduru ba bia enkoda no bantam eduru ba bi so omo mantam and eduru ba bi so as we banner now we are next week now we are about the chair any ebasana ya na ma eye proportion aye bibia about nyina mo no on your junior person kwasade I was so musiko omo twem players no bi ni ade wo mo pra omo mo kola nyina no one some 20 processing ahead of nyame ya mo tena bamunchi for game our South Korea against Jeju what plenty of us a company and some edinkomo YouTube brain and many channel.
It's very different because everybody's coming back at a different time. We have a lot of players that are still in a rehab program that we have to reintegrate before the season and complete the preseason for. So it's a different puzzle, but I still feel confident that we can get the necessary physical preparation and necessary match load for most of these players, that most of these players also have been professional enough during the holiday break to have the private coaches, the private physios, and then to reintegrate with us with a very good level. So the players who have come back from Germany, the players who have come back from like Connie and Stani, like you mentioned, when I look at them, I feel like all of them are already at a good level. It's a puzzle, but it's not impossible. And this time is very different because everybody's coming back at a different time. We have a lot of players that are still in a rehab program that we have to reintegrate before the season and complete the preseason. So it's a different puzzle, but I still feel confident that we can get the necessary physical preparation and necessary match load for most of these players, that most of these players also have been professional enough during the holiday break to have coaches, the private physios, and then to reintegrate with us with a very good level. Also, the players who have come back from Germany, the players who have come back from like Connie and Stani, like you mentioned, when I look at them, I feel like all of them are already at a good level. It's a puzzle, but it's...
manager Vincent Company and Artesa, Yadene excerpts Emma and Arope lines that was shown us Wama, Yade and something and also the Tucha and now young crow and your Premier League can be not fair. Mamma Liverpool team and Liverpool for Enra, young himself first half, a Korea, second half, the Kobasa, and Yamasu Chikui, game of Monibokua, your fans at least United and Brian, as a man for Antonio Massa by Liverpool manager, where very okay. Sakotana, your father said, try in Yoni, Akodano, long season and a coach. Your father said, and a slot, Mekaya Pasa, Mebeka Boyway, as some trouble, Bonnie, on Papa. Now, this is, I'm surprised in I want Amafoni ante ama chese Liverpool fono yesi akwada ni teammate ni bi ani ate womu nyina som adim koma aba akwada na baso but ye menya no sa akwada no womu game before enwade manager no kan asam ama chese no manager no som asa ba akwada no ensom abaso no mum de atakra no say womu chese enya matches no mo bonu nko empo from day one our process and start our abza and ba omutu ya Baju Sinam Arabo matches in no try in Yoni upon our Barabra and what day and what say almost a bueno and some impressive it which as Abi and manager Fans and Donny Rolano Akurana Fans and Yoni Ayobia what is some playing time I mean what is about revelation yet no home coming and some Atabana player Fans Dominic Soboslai after some who came no Soboslai who couldn't come on was say you want to Gasara last season, no, you do by 1 and about 2. One mobile positions will be an archers on one color crown. I'm saying, Utus Abaso Casse, Namin Jaho, but on Timinka was one who prefer so about midfield. Essence one where your midfield I am Finfin, I am Probiano, one of some Abaso, but Sir Akobasabia Manijano, Akasabia Mihion, our left backer, when you have some car, and as a manager like Casabio Hiano, and some our Nimus, one as a right backer, when you have some Cabatoni, what Professor Fifi and some other dinner gradia free and some I free and you know so swear banana peno I was sure us na Liverpool fona ye come some on say Kwadi Gakpo where you player me am Canada that cross and transfer market no ABS Tottenham Hotspur woman some enya Gakpo omope now omani abre ama make transfer player no and some interested essay what about joining manager fans said Zabi now one manager and some but Jamina and Nano Perisa Liverpool for number so much as Amunya or Magenta, Sir Ambaton Quaditaco, Ediama, Tottenham Penumpo, Sir Spurs Alpataka, and Asabia Spurs Alparinka, woman cover before floor, as I say, woman Liverpool for the woman you ready some more to play. I know I'm one of trying to Tottenham Penumpo and some Ayakakra, a free Amasware Benano Peno, and some our Shonosna Ebiamo, German Second say, and after report to Eban Koma, and some woman also trust Woko a Yabobo Fanasa Manchester United. Well, I'm play another draw Caputaba now Bruno Fernandes and Bruno Fernandes and some Abana Bruno near Chesa drew a current sign autographs and you did your man Quadana. One of some other drew current get nano until Bruno after World Cup. No, one of some other reporting a good news. Manchester team no Jamaican said this week now I was at Mateus Cunha Woba ana Drogo Dalo ɛwɔ no ɛnsom aba because ɔmo nyinaa kɔ World Cup no ana kyɛ support to Ghana ɛyɛ Brazil kamiyɛ sɛ ɔmo nyinaa no wɔn nhyira nkwankɔ duru animu bi asɛntɛ na I was said this week ɔmo ma kɛne nyinaa no ɛnsom report ɛno ɛyɛ kakra efi Man U ɔmo so na last week no meka kyerɛ sɛ player na ɛfa no sa Lewis Hall ana Manchester fan no abɛso ɔmo tɔ no deliver na boy na anɔpɛ no deɛ menya no sɛ wei ɛyɛ operation baako a ɛbɛ very difficult sɛ ɔmo no ɛnsom ɛbɛtumi ayɛ Man U ɛbɛ die paase bi ade sama yi wɔn nsom ɛbɛtumi de saa akɔta no ɛnsom ɛde aba but wɔn yɛ one baako a ɛm sɛ wɔsɔ ɔmo attention ɛkɔ so na afei wɔn monitor ɛwu sɛ the operation no ɛno nsom ɛbɛsi akɔ na good news ɛno sɛ Lisandro Martinez ɛne player yɛfɛ no Kobe Mainoo wɔn mmienu after World Cup ɔbɛkae sɛ England coach ɛbɛkae sɛ Kobe Mainoo no yɛ bi apra ɛnsom ahyɛ ne ho nhyɛda no na ɛm sɛ World Cup final so Martinez ɛnsom apry na ɛnso anɔpɛ Man U fɔ no bɛsɛ ɔbɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ good news ɛsiane sɛ nkɔda no mmienu nyinaa no wɔn yɛ fit ɛna yɛkasa yi sanka bi a match koraa wɔ hɔ ɛna wɔ sanka bi a Manchester United team no wɔn nsom abɔ match koraa na nkɔmɔ mmienu nyinaa no ɛnsom abɛyɛ available for ɛyɛ United game no a ɛnom ayɛ deɛ Man U mpɔnfoɔ no wɔn nsom ɛde aba bɛto twa na mene kasa Bruno Guimaraes ɛyɛ obi a ɛnoa na ɔsan kɔ bɛduru ɛyɛ Newcastle ɔmo camp na ɛnso deɛ menya no sɛ nɛ ɛna boy no ɛbɛba na ɛno na player no bɛba maka kyerɛ sɛ wɔn campe nsom ɛwɔ Spain ama kyɛ sɛ camp na wɔn camp ɛwɔ Spain no report by no sɛ player no wɔn nso ɛnam kɔma wɔn kɔ join ne team no ɛwɔ La Manga na La Manga na ɛno nso ɛwɔ Spain a Bruno ɛkɔ no report a menya no sɛ yɛsɛ Newcastle ɛmpanfo no nyagye paa nyɛ sɛ bi a boy no ba na ɔba no ne mom no boy no ɛkyerɛ sɛ obi a ɔyɛ sutie na wanya soɔden ɛsan sɛ bɛyɛ 2 weeks ɛnie ɛna mebɛka kyerɛ wo sɛ Newcastle ɛde warning ɛde ama no sɛ ma wɔ nyinaa de sɛ bi a ɔkɔ akɔsua Alexander Isak na bia na ɔde awuti anyɛ yie na waso ɛhye paa na wokɔyɛ me report pre-season ɛna memma ɛna mebɛsɛ me konti montɔ me wɔyɔ wɔyɛ ne ade abama wɔm nso ɛbɛkyerɛ wo paa nti yɛkasa akɔda no ɛnam kɔ mu dwane ne tim no ɛwɔ La Manga ama Newcastle mpɔnefoɔ no deɛ wɔm no yɛgye suban no abɛn no ɛnsom adanadi ade akyerɛ ɛyɛ tim ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔbuadeɛ paa na mmom deɛ aka no nyinaa no sɛ Newcastle ɛbɛka kyerɛ no so okay ɛne yɛsan sesa nneɔma na kɔ medical ɛma Arsenal because bɛka kyerɛ sɛ bɔɛ no deɛ ɔma wia no sa around by 90 million euros ɛyɛ amount a Newcastle ɛbɛreceive deɛ afiri ɛyɛ Arsenal ɔmo nso nkyɛn wabra akɔda no wɔno nso ɛbɛkɔntine aka no nyinaa no sɛ mpanifoɔ no bɛka kyerɛ sɛ bi abɔɛ no ɛnsom ɛbɛtumi afly no afei wɔno nso akɔakɔ medical no a ɛno ɛyɛ update ɛbɛ ebiom manager fɔ no sɛ Mikel Arteta anɔpɛ mede no except ɛma ɔne mom yɛse coach no akɔdi nkɔmmɔ sɛ Victor Gyökeres ɛnkɔ baabi a ɛnti stories aba ana Gyökeres ɔmbɛgya no kwan wɔmom abɛtɔn no ana ɔmode no ɛkɔ akɔgye Alvarez ɛne ade no nyinaa no manager no aka no pɛn sɛ Gyökeres ɛbɛstay player no ɛnsom adeɛ sɛ ɔkɔ baabi afa now ɛnom ayɛ update free manager no na so ɔsom ade bana no pɛn no ɛwɔ show no so afɛ Man City ma no ɔmo manager no yɛfɔ no Enzo Maresca na Maresca deɛ pressure bɛwɔ no so brutal because will be at the Pep Guardiola spectacle ɛna bɛhyɛ ɛde agyagye ɛyɛ manager fɛ no sɛ Maresca o ɛsan sɛ trophy si deɛ wɔ pretty sex a wagye bi aguɔ paa enti kwa wo kwa ne adwuma wo hyɛ aseɛ bɛma wɔbubusa no sɛ na title bɛn ɛna wɔwɔ sɛ bi a this season ɔbɛteɛ yɛntie nkɔmɔ a coach no a yɛfɛ no Enzo Maresca wɔdi
our best to win. We're gonna try to do our best to win titles this season. Premier League is one of the titles that we need to try at least until the end. In terms of a chance, I think in this moment it's too early. What I like is the day by day to help the players to improve, because if you improve players, the team improve, and this is important. And then in terms of a chance, we see. We're gonna try to do our best to win titles.
Manager Fanasa and so Maras can out test your Dana accepts Emma no pay live when the show not just a manager no I'm said you may have your no and some Kakafin as well bar yet some common announce Adam and Mammy player your phone of Pop Savaria Akurano Yakachonano Pesa and yet Rayo woman chance to Faneria Demina Kranza Bueno Sawa Baba Drew Lantern Cradada now Robert Drew Lantern Yakaning and some medical number Coso and Sabia by now Rianasa now Fred was announcement banning and also Atinyaba now Mikhailo Mudrik Mekachosa when I'm coming alcohol call Mudrik Akotru Hong Kong and so I joined Chelsea Wontumi because Alonso Abeswadi can study Ayakudana Sansana one mama boy now Kabanti Olona one mama also Kabanti Ololo Kotruya Ayatim hotel sign autographs any do be any Yabakudana one also Akotru Hong Kong Tena many Janabanya class say I am Mikhailo Mudrik now for Manchester Canino one also Ataki on session now Mama to say after boy no I free one abetimi asari sumina fe wa ball ball also period one more ball in the training the oyobi o dibi pa America any bia ball work any nyoma ka gym any common no one also aya intimate Premier League clubs no yes be some bi as of now one also other so many akotana you find some Mudrik and some aya juma na out of that 3 Premier League clubs one also Mudrik no yes mu ba ko aya fan Lampard etimna you follow Coventry also when a new entrant and some our Premier League now Coventry etimno one so mo Mudrik and the manager no and some abemo assassin we are and you both said yes move no and some abesiako afei answer betoga said Chelsea for no one more far yes pieces a coach abakoa you follow Austin McPhee now Austin McPhee and some Adam Kwamu call a Hong Kong by now cradium one of some aquacontrol Morgan Rogers and so started training their cards one also join Chelsea a team our Branano Peno and I kakaf almost and some I was shown to say from call Real Madrid and Ano Peno now Barcelona crowns a bonsa send on my arrangement essay woman Preston North End ever ball a friendly game na latest amenya se bossa for no woman cancel match na se amaso and am yes am person who dey ntia Barcelona I cancel say woman Preston again amaso sa yes Preston am boys no ebi mu ko holidays am mai and am nheda ni aye first teamers e wo ho na asa kanda 21 under 21 for no woman na am doso entinka woman do am e be sha Barcelona and you say answer flex na mo ka sa agro na yedi ho o nyambo adan was baby true no omo per teamer we be Barcelona tough time and yam be under 21 for Canada 21 yeah some komenya baby aba enti omo game against aye Preston no dem say can say manager na ntiase amasa game amaso abene womanya enough players on the ball e dem Preston am first team na and enti amaso me no ka say kwa no womo ball aye training match ama chase manager no wa team mu a woman ka some ball aye match ni bi ni atia na no pay update our player your fan say Julian Alvarez Alvarez am come on German sir can say yes Buenos Aires establish contact one and Atletico Madrid and Penfono one can say the only solution I transfer but onyan koye what aso a player Atletico Madrid and on it team in Penfono kasa now omo drop plan Adiamano and you ma was ya a crowd was we be training ebia gym okwa we be we kakra ebia cadrone aerobics we be we ebia draw when abani adintomuna woman draw a program no and some Adiama Alvarez am a boy in the and some now I'm no kasa and I no pay no jewum and say and the date I say Ted meboa by a week I was Alvarez I joined Atletico Madrid by 10th I was a player no Johnny Atletico Ejuo na Barcelona omuntimi nya breakthrough area na ne boynom ene hweye dansa we ba report e wa Atletico omu kam na fe wono som na ya to so e wa bro no ensom update ba na boss of amere coin no Jaminya no say daso e da table no so e 100 million euros ama ye be ka say Barcelona e betimi apajama Yakoba 150 million euros Serbia akoda ne ebaba ebesina a omonka no Jaminya no say Barcelona wo mo hyeran hwe alternatives biasa o wo mo da so twen say bia change ebaba na Atletico for no wo mo soften almost stance amakwama akoda no wono som abant asom no de wo mo hyeran no bia ni nkomo say bia yenya Alvarez anuntuwo ene ebesi ye fa edoba na omo kobusa bounce go to pana ye fa no one Garcia ese na wo Alvarez no unya wo pe ana so wo bia wo hwebo bia so no mbo mu na wo bia wo ta hwebo de a wo ba jatum say Julian Alvarez a player bia ball no onim papa ana so twani busa no say sankawo ana aye sporting director anka wo de 100 million ebe for Alvarez edenoba and was anuntina ono anya sporting director no na any day baza one anya sporting director meno ka se Vinicius ababedru mekatro na no peso no and Bernardo Silva wo nyina no enso ababa Vinicius ewrom na no play time and car ewrom time Bernardo Silva car and some ewrom moment enie atches and kodano wo mani age omo mi nyina na ababedru atchese wo mo bedru ye omo and Brahim Diaz omo nyina no and some aba answer the draw. I was so called Sanitas, a quiet medical no, woman medical training session now. I was so coso and our coach and found Jose, woman and some baby not Vinicius Lampo. When you ask I didn't have a car, then I have a car so when you have quite chin harmonization. I'm a catch us or quite and about the same and I said about what in it in the mono. I am potion, dear was Sapa now. And then I also have a Jose. What would the announcement about say? Woman register Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva did the say can say Madrid Amra Crowd because for a free agent, BB also declare anti Central Campista Bernardo Silva and Madrid according to La Liga. Woman just registration and some are successful. I mean, woman some confirm ya day I guess I'm coming and some man and I can say Bernardo near when your time as signing autographs in the ma. Aya omo kita Portugal JC omwa wamde Real Madrid JC by San Fernando no mo na som anya autograph ni bi na Arsenal so bi ka tro sabia wamo Giant Vinicius edu na chidia anya no kra omo da so gina mpampe na manager fans are Twitter de ono de waka bia de awoso kam je awoso ye enu nkomo bia awoso di bia no wadi ana wo ba wona team no kra me bo de dia fa ho ana wo ba wona osika ebe kosrom ani ya na no nkoma ya beka ya bre na Jaminya no no pen se ekoba Sabia na ye kase kra miracle bisi na ne player ne kase on extend Madrid also kase ne ye ma won tena ha mo na unko for free dia around 150 million euros and no aya amount our soboboku a ye fa no Arsenal omutua ansa na Madrid ajama akona no wono som atumi aba na shodo akama aya flight radar emsa flight tracker no ba ko so trasa Rock Nation ameka omasam chona no pai wo mo president na Fransa Michael Jean-Marc emsa onam was London. Here I come. Let's go. I just Jumana the Rock Nation Juma Ketwa. But I'm sa London Quandie. I'm of Russia say ready a meanings as any Ebia Obeshia Arsenal and Panfona woman's what here a young Komokra Arsenal a war and some Adama Omo client. Your fun of Vinicius and Teno Ayakakra Banti or Panino one want to post in Tianim say I'm Ponsabia football reasons empty and all but London Edia Nani Arsenal and Komo no ɛno nso ɛbɛtumi abam Jean Diomande according to sources our Real Madrid breakthrough na no mo no am say breakthrough anya aba wo mo ya no nkakra ebi a week mu no announcement ɛbɛtumi aba na kyerɛ sa akwara no wono anya aba be player enso adiama bobo kwafa no sa Madrid a ɛno nso ɛyɛ update free amaso yɛ ɛde banana pay no enso awo show no so ntia yɛn first na yɛn makwama bedwa from na afi yɛn to aso ɛmfam free at this era so ɛyɛ Wontumi sports buffet dwumadie no
ɛnɛ deɛ ɛhin na matire yi hwɛ ɔmo se dan sports station bɛɛ na mo kuma se ha ɔte so Ghana ha nyinaa ɛyɛ Wontumi ɛdi ne se sɛ Wontumi sports no Wontumi Ghana ha baako pɛ Wontumi sports no Wontumi hwɛ fan city na dwam new team te kɔna ne so kapoti akyire hɔ yɛ adwuma no Omo makanyina Steven Michael mokeka ho Wontumi sports no Wontumi che se Wontumi dia akire se Wontumi ai se Wontumi the sports no ba akire se Wontumi na se Wontumi na che se Wontumi fancy ena wo me delivery guy na obabi wa ha ne ho abasem ne fie wura se memfa samre no ye fe ni nitin late ebi mu fe no mari jata ni fie wura na asoma me etima me kwan na me nko ni fie wura se me meka che ne se wonye sika na wode hwe na asifo twete mabi mo kwa bro chire di ya onye no metua ne rent aso nitin o rent aso ye ne betua o rent aso enunti na na muhumi Wontumi sports to say me banama beka che newton say odizigana gwagotia oba tekita kwa brochire enti fancy kachira wobanize wo mamodi na won kotia ne fie rent no na nyesa ye betu no na se ye tunu to dia Wontumi ntina danim
Jokuntani
you could see January mu ana ye so we I was a 4 months aka na afena bana we banya many edi nyamene yedini ye pa nyamene yedini ye dana seso pa nyamene yedini yo
new song here
yeah boko
Mike na bibi find it
fantastic.
that's right
Yes, fantastic.
And you fantastic could be to me.
Fantastic. It's been a fantastic start to the month. The first and most important thing is our tears in a Newton social space. So using on tears and conscious space.
And then
so the best thing is you are alive. That is the greatest step. But again, a fresh start means another opportunity to go bigger, do better, and of course remain on top. Inti the way you are abrabombi and the way we are simbiano. They be honest at the chinwa a fresh start. There's a war toward the way and so what shall be before so I say. And then you move together and grow together. Inti fantastic.
Did I already say? Well, near opening new video analyst.
Yeah.
Wontumi.
Yeah, the Kraman Yanni in our crampo. Bakumi and Bin Jamin.
I knew about the new phone actually when you had it.
Was it?
But you new phone.
Maybe I say I didn't want the new phone as well.
It's a new phone, the Abreno.
A new phone. Yeah, my young shall be
Wontumi.
What do you catch here? So, no, many hands. I feel about no, many have more charity into my mention. That's all because I'm puncher by my mention. Said American is a much. I can't hold make sure be pay out. The baby young farmer, no son, I be found the brim. And you're in the control, the Riasco. Yankopono control now, but maybe akoswa the right time. Yeah, stories na majoto 1-2 bi. Na me baba akokaka or wasafufu temho. Mo send message aba me phone sisi mama no so hu se mo hu message no. Arsenal o marketing. Na indeed o mo na ye defending champion of the Premiership. So it has been a very long time. And Arsenal best started season from a defensive position. because the defensive position, Man City, Liverpool, Muna and say Munya Coin, I enjoy Saudi the power. Arsenal, you start this season. You don't want to soro. You don't want to soro any draw so. On say didn't Arsenal don't to soro say Omudino, any decline. Every time the Arsenal decline. But here we are. Near the Osono. Atwo Eduano ho say otisuri e dey obewu amafom. Sanya Arsenal for. But it's been different this time. Bruno Guimaraes ni move to Arsenal no. Onya ka say our report so na ya be official and say na official.
We na mkwemu be.
Year season no em say Arsenal ne club aye bo ni din kese pa say. Mikel Arteta Bob Ben will win a ball through can I say. Yeah. It can be Mikel Arteta and me and G Premiership on a pan fancy. Because I feel no I'm saying the why you no dominant don't know who the Mikel Arteta person way. You can so many times say coach bia no come marketer or share ni nim die na dwere da ni trim. Ade a oye. Na wa hwe say me say about betima aba be adwuma we di ama me. Sabnisha row when you bet me perform dear mommy. They analyze player no a profile a crano medically physically whatever. No more say baby I didn't quit you we know baby. So to be cry fans I attention to because say player with dear and as a so called club A or club B to become player ready and coco ha and a babuano player ready coach we pa na Kenyano. We say that because we believe say player no come fast see na kan team no come fast on ball no and then say so Mikel Arteta and Arsenal our style of play dey our way of playing the game dey it is mama a kwan and I break season no more come ketakoto bia that player and profile no saying you to me analyzing who say or quite fit so well perfectly into whatever Arsenal are building. Arsenal they are no ball Jim pressing, amobo tiki taka, amobo possession football, quick counter-attacking game. Arsenal abodi. You to me can't see any style of play so. Arsenal body a day. Arsenal the throw bar a chance. Arsenal dominia corner a big chance at the moment. We've been saying all of that. Bruno Guimaraes ni move to Arsenal now. A shemukena the Arsenal layer no ano. A shemukena. First of all, on your player or what certain way of playing. I can say, oh, about me retain the ball. No, to me say he is an all action midfielder on and off the ball. He offers a lot. Now, dear me, I can say a winning game. No, a idea yani enta enfie ni hunu. Just say our field so. Resistance, resilience, aggression. He's not somebody over to me a ball. No, you're free no to that easy no. He resists that. He's so resilient. And ever since Obabeshe Newcastle just in our ball, and I will say I can't now, it's always been aggressive. That aggression na Arsenal here will feel. That resilience and Arsenal here will feel. So me, you know, in addition to Arsenal team, you know, may I say, is it now time for Zubimendi to have a say over Arsenal? A deeper method, the base, because of both Zubimendi dia, ebaya 4-1-2, 2 no ebaya Declan, and a Bruno Guimaraes way. Now, oh no, Zubi no.
They say Odegaard ko bench, and also be bought Declan.
But Odegaard benya abode e be coaching, but they say ne so Zubi ba as a deep lying playmaker there. Let's say obenya double number 8 in Bruno. And then Declan. Okay. Now I say 4-1-2. And you 4-3-3. Oh. And you depart. Spend me for no. Now I say. Yeah. And 4-1-2. So 2 no. 2 the Fabian Ruiz. And Olmo. 1 no direction. Na Juma say or Jibo no free center back so no the Ababe Senako. No jam coin. And you 4 Juma no specialty. Zubimendi Juma no be dey ma Arsenal so to me start here. And 4-1. No just 2 no. The 2 belongs to the second phase of the build-up. But who is it? Because that is what Mikel Arteta has shown us. So, obviously, I bought with a midfielder, any extreme technical ability. but I'm about amne because yo bebo and I saw on the bench. Bruno Guimaraes, you think he has to go to the bench?
No.
Now you also put the guard above baby. Why also say no.
Say me maybe so. Say no because all the guy na captain no.
Around to bench. Captain, I saw your Jumana coaching here no field in the suno. The actual idea it has to go in tandem with what you have as a quality. Mikel Arteta team will be very difficult for opponents to pass through the midfield. It be very, very difficult. So opponents be the midfield na ayaya do mo pebia because Declan, Bruno Guimaraes, somebody has to balance them, and that balance is the base because we only need about 8. A 2 here 6 to balance them. Ya patriotic community, or maybe a classical number 10 to also balance them. And you much here as I say your money. Shan come see you. And you much a deep line play offensive playmaker. Omumi enu dey sabe omo be ya dey kan kwasefo adwuma no on and off the ball no be ya adwuma no dey amount but a natural number 10 be to carry the ball into the box and a classical number 10 so 10 be the hono dey a then omi enu be ya adwuma no na a deep line playmaker be jiro machi having Bruno Guimaraes and then Declan Rice yaw
says in so bench
is it your order
but say good class obenya bench and also strong
yeah very good for every coach. So when you're a stronger bench, but the tennis first, before now by the bench, I see a field, so they are cost Bruno, Declan, they are both starters and they are both number 8. And I'm saying, say, midfield department, and if you have a copenaka, the other balance and a bananaka, and that's how the balance and a bat or machi. Now you have 4-1-2 or 2-1. That's just a deep line playmaker or a classical number 10. Classical number 10 about here is or Odegaard. I mean, boss no. Or someone to me yes, Edgeman dia. So we meant to be change dice no. No, I deep line playmaker to push these two players just up high the field as advanced number 8. And come here clear. Or manim when a storm so a game in the acco or when a tambo no dia bromo. A clear no Mikel Arteta adwene ho sesio or technical board no so. The be carry ball no dia bre two way. Or 2-way kwajebo ne bad we jai dia mom. A natural 10 or a deep line playmaker in a 6. Ya we nhwe Arsenal squad no. Mabozu be bendidi. 10 dey it's between Eze and then Odegaard. But 2-way me no dey. Omo mfimfio who brings that balance no. A 10 or a 6.
Okay.
It's up to the manager. Odegaard, Eze and Eze Bimendi.
And still munya striker. Kwano Panama yese Deco no say a day minute me bonai and Anthony Gordon so bet me abonai.
You know the baby hon masa opama yilo anya no ana say no
opama aboa no anya na say na ho bon
eno bi na Deco ye no o we nya live bia man nko aboa we hwe akwa man Bina Deco, you know. Deco was looking for this guy before Kofa Adeyemi, Patrona. He was looking for Alvarez before Kofa Anthony Gordon.
True.
2 players now for mobile. You were looking for Alvarez. The morning is very calm. Yeah, now I have my morning now. Sorry. Because Deco assembly doesn't make sense yet. It does not in any way make sense. Adeyemi to me, boho.
Wontumi.
Oh, now you say mate you on our driver. Ona wa coach na akọpa driver awanya na obedru via na catch na wife say na say mate ko to be no money fine ko adwuma ne. E bi na Deco catch. You have been looking for Alvarez even before the season ended.
Yeah.
Now you are back telling us say I don't meet me bo got it. Omo nyina to me bo da. Why were you looking for the boy before even looking for these guys? Now they tell say Alvarez on come on ayire the Barcelona. Someone said become Alvarez because it could do points and they say a Sikasem. But apart from Sikasem, there's a boy no so a pushy.
The is Kabiadi. And in now let's go refer Barca to boy in release clause of which a 500 million euros. And he is Casama who can't be a major.
The bid no.
Because Barca a willing to say beyond higher. 120, 130.
Omo you willing no my difference so me. A transfer come on a year.
So let you go in ready so on Basa better say.
But all cannot say. Basa you willing say. In me busa say 150. I let go say
100 in the dow.
100 on J. Or to say. Or 20 Man City was a
75 and
there be 90 ho baby.
Sir 95.
Oh 90 ho. On J. Ah yo. Barcelona need a striker. Barcelona need a centre forward.
75
pounds and
2024 euros, 75 million euros.
Oh, nice. Nice. About pounds of credit.
Ebia add-ons bem say be odo G League ni ade na bia be dia. But say
media 90 na can you feel any add-ons credit count. Na my dream say feel.
Yeah, 75.
75. Okay. But say I'm on G 100 no. Yeah. I'm on G. And I don't think Alvarez beat me a pushy deal with say Isaac a year with Newcastle. No to me. Say ka preseason na kotifie no churcho na the agent kasa na the wife for Trobi no you say Alvarez no go in that angle because no from Man City to Atletico Madrid it was a rescue job. Atletico Madrid for a rescue because he first says so started the Haaland starting no it will be a two na si no na simi ni jail. Wanya analysis be so about defensive strategy and fiteme he went before understanding how everything works. It was a rescue mission and let's come out for rescue no. Yeah, obeda akoye dede akoye keka no akoye untumi.
Na say yes will be your papa no how. Mo sa lati ko ni mum na eje no time ana e bia sit won ani nye ho. Etu kai a owo world cup no komo na odi no say I have spoken to relevant people. Our club no. Okay komo no. I have spoken to relevant people just say enkofu bi de omo friends say obefa no the catch say oh nyo bia na me twa fa no so the enkofu bi omo hye me bo say menya club ya me dream a mo be mamako me yema dwene say me kona say enkomo no esika sem letimi sisi o be mamako but right now no Barcelona are not pushing. Be very clear about this. Sika sem ndru if Barca has to table 150 million pounds and let's come and be sika no Sabasa table 150 million pounds this year. ATM be consider. You no man Madrid dia no.
Madrid dia no obako boy no hako consider say boy no person ko anaso person be ko. Right now no dia e dia boy no person ko but sika sem nim timi pull deal through no bia. It's down to it. Na me na me mistake o makoma mu say Anthony Gordon deal na adentia.
Barcelona here Anthony Gordon.
Oh yaw yen kanokro eteni ato agu no
kind of better why because someone I must say Rashford nya dia mo keep no so say wo call for Gordon dia market no so say no be anim say and to say the market of years ago
Gordon Alvarez when na say here no
Alvarez
e dey pan be ba sa kofa Gordon be say me ho adekro
think I want to be left wing adwuma no
and yes an option who how the Rafinha about 2 seasons no left one
Rafinha so ni way
also
plan B
you are thinking about problem anyhow
because Rafinha will prime me
yeah but besides it's me make say right for the born and obona Barca say on to 30 no on to 30 now the 50 so talk of Gordon dia ba no it has never made sense to me Gordon ma kamfu ni nyina ma kamfu because me Barca wo ba. But we are looking for this guy Alvarez. Oh, yeah. Anthony Gordon, 80 million.
And I would see a rush for 30 now. 50 so 100 no so and Alvarez 150 no.
Gordon deal no dear. No, I don't even know to me hobby. So they are welcome. Okay, now what was some crab? I say Rafinha anywhere. First of all, a problem anyhow. Who na money wo?
Bibi ebi obetimi e pra.
Ya fa ebi an kase
bia. Mo coach person rest no.
Oh yaw. Ade mi aba ho. Mfifi on omo ho, Lopez wo ho. Top no. Omo kro ntimi ko force line no bi. Said doko no catch there say striker ma ade mi timi ko bo ho dia. Enche ho no ade mi so timi bo nche ho ye catch deko. Ete ni nim dia godin pa no. Yaw ni dia enye sem enye yaw enye godin 80 because all out season pass Kabasa ekode it should have been Alvarez you know all out you kasa oko all out it should have minim Bayern cowboy no ho ena basa fondi hu gidi kofa o to be bo any ho no bo difference wo mu pa right now the club needs a striker but America here we error but mo mama jin to mu da okay in a Champions League game semi-final Barca the Antonio Gordon back bonai na se Barca for no Gidan wo mobdi as a first round as Antonio Gordon oh yeah that come a mistake Alvarez in there I don't think so be obetimi aba you start season na all money a day me mo na ne mo ha na say third season running Liverpool adia on be lucky afi no mo central defense on mo partnership no me share mo team ne din no I picked up about 4 or 3 things from our games am abo so far. Number 1 say more a lot of attacking options, more attacking depth e team no varieties. Now attacking no one problem I want to say Ngumo has show a lot of talent, a lot of potentials. But the problem in your coach, the problem in your teammate, Ngumo had problem obenya this season here the English media. English media no money find any roots or money find any grounds or Liverpool a club no. Amo the expectation we shoot to akosoro. Coach the trust when you boy room no. And na so show game no be you love it. Me save the videos be ho. Okay. Of football the confidence of the move no. E coach come on in the bobo ni mami. Ulu su boy ma ye mo show me twetwe ketrema. Me keka sorry rough. Show so we can lose the ball. So coach ya kasa answer some natural. O football no do open or there. Whoever watched the game and who say, "Hey, big club kasa Ngum has to start." Yaw. Any pa no on default. Name me say Ngum ha ni problem ke siafi. Ebe the idea no. English media. The videos no channel ke kabom na nka ye ho adwuma ma Liverpool for na nkanya bad. And yeah, they are okay no. Unim train yoni. Yoni so ye adwuma pa. Yaw. I have a lot to say about this boy. Mate, and it's not yeah. And I'm relaxing and fan board so. Me da say. What new? Me da say. My memory me say hona me say somre. My phone no my slow but all this memes so very okay. Say me see man skill bi o yi weekend and na party bi o work up ma mo say my phone say MM7. Kana minti. MM7. Yes. Messi Mount 7. MM7. We are here. Hey. Oh, we are here. MM7. One of my guys on Monton boy. Preseason Pelu. Preseason Pelu. Oh, Chelsea. How much? I said Chelsea players. Me, you know about midfield. No. Andrew Santos. Andrew Santos. On no start with Chelsea. Aye. I know best start to my on MM7. We are 17. AS17. MM7. It's a combination ready and I say ASM. No. Placing the number plate. Number plate. Giddy. But I think Manchester United and their preseason mentioned the new Komopi. After a game against Paris Saint-Germain, we'll have a conversation. On say preseason oh ba na oh pejamo banka kranka sana dia ba bedroom pempen so bi. But I think say there are a lot of conversations and odi agu aprono so amepesi edi ho nkomo. Ba ko be Chelsea omo left back issues as see ekuta omo. Na on say in the current market yaw Chelsea a movie smartly akope a left back in the Spanish La Liga. Bibia say Pep Chaveria enchebia no ba be start ya no ba be see kind of Chelsea. Yeah. Na in football obiara ne shebre ne se die sititie. They are early bloomers and they are late bloomers. So obi ti say Pep Chaveria ono hwe ne din a we late bloomer. Because obi a onya ne debut in terms of Spanish top tier at the age of 24 there. Uni se wa bremu pa sana obedru 28 years na ekoye biama no se onfam be see kind of Chelsea. It is not about the price, yaw. It is not about the league he plays in. It's about being
able to accomplish a specific duty for Chelsea team. In recent times, since 2000, you can't about Chelsea top left backs so maybe see a kind of more maybe yard the power more bit many for. Since 2000 in common abidi with you. Ashley Cole.
Marcos Alonso.
It is an wabo.
3.
I want us to make a little bit of an exception for me to say we in bridge.
Okay.
Koba as young as he is. Any the other kakra. Ano mommy and Sunny now so the Omoton Senia. Trophy Abeka and Marco Guerra Ababeji Dama Chelsea the FIFA Club World Cup. Conference League. Beboa. But Ubetima Ashley Cole. Abo Premier League titles. Ubetima win bridge. Abo Premier League. And Ameboa. Edrumrebi Chelsea Kofa Felipe Luis 28 years from the Spanish La Liga. The last time at Chelsea Kofa before Spanish La Liga no 28 years or by and fa. But the difference between the two, NSA, Bako epiki lately. Bako peke up in terms of Atletico Madrid but Champions League Bobia Shebia Miuni. Everyone knew what to expect from Felipe Luis. It's an expectation in Mupida. But when they are lucky, say baby o free bano. O body name expectations ni kwasa was bebre. He complements the team rather than becoming the face of who becomes Chelsea's best left back. When he a proper hard-working left back, and that is the profile I mean we do come in pay. So Obianche Sabi Alonso Tima, the prototype of a left back I'll be discussing in details about Alex Grimado.
Yeah.
Because at Bayer for Leverkusen, the kind of results at Grimado de ma Sabi Alonso no na brad dwen so. And then the man a chance for do Remo national team. Yeah, we on your Grimado. The first thing I want to tell Chelsea fans, when you're Grimado. Number 2, when you're Marco Correa. This is a different profile that goes beyond what he does on the pitch. Now, there has been several conversations with people he has worked with. Now, what this guy brings to the dressing room is also another thing altogether. You see, when our dressing room and the playmate phone in any J, because he brings a lot of people together. Now, raise standards to a certain level. On one Kasadi can't challenge himself, say he didn't do well in this game to Chobiachi. No Chobiachi. At any age, he can add a lot to the dressing room of Chelsea due to baby Ofriba. The life see one who didn't come to for Asakoda. You even feel lucky. So at the age of 22 years, 23, over Chelsea. You even feel like say at the age of 22, 23, who see a kind of match Chelsea. So there are a lot to discuss on that regard. But is he going to be better than Marco Correa? Now let's look at the discussion and what he will bring to Chelsea. I believe sir, Oba see a kind of Xabi Alonso, either in a 3-back or a 4-back system. Baby and the quality staging up and the ability to defend and the ability to block crosses and then the ability to have the energy to sustain himself, stamina, and the kind of stamina. For a whole 90 minutes to play for it. Now, you are comparing with Obiti Marco Correa on your screens. Now, you are looking at Marco Correa on a blue color. No? Then Pep Saveria the red color. Now, these two players are the qualities are. We player bit say Pep Saveria the bread Chelsea agent and your mommy and son. Ball recoveries. Or average 4.2 per every single 90 minutes. Then what about crosses attempted? Or average 2.6 per every 90 minutes. No about take cones completed or averaging 1.2 per every single 90 minutes as compared to Marco Correa. Effective blocked crosses on the Correa. Total tackles on the Correa. Final third passes attempted. Correa was Surubebre. Goals Correa was Suruketuebi. Chances created near assist. A hona Wadinijina for Marco Correa. But when the different thing about make us so different from Marco Correa, dependent on what Alonso wants to do.
Okay.
So under Maresca, Chelsea prefers omu fullbacks inverted. No more contribute to attack. So time at Chelsea quite the trophy. Team say obi to say Rhys James obe inverted. Sometimes Marco Correa be inverted. That is why you see a lot when it comes to final third passes attempted, chances created, and even more assists. But as a proper fullback, adia obeti media shan and so dia so ni mu say way a fullback, obeti me rely on him in your system bako. The number of crosses he attempts, because I dey expect full back on. You say ball back cross the bed. Ebeba. Number 2, press here. You expect more ball recoveries because they normally lose possession. And now player lose possession, I bet yes your machi. Then take ones attempted. Normally, who expect so fullbacks by isolating opponent players in 1v1 because overlap here Bakushiana was on any ball. So these are qualities you bring to the team. He is not Mark, but he will give you something that is different from what Mark gives you at Chelsea. It will complement the quality Chelsea will have on their left-hand side. And the experience bet he will add to it. It's Chelsea who attackers. Why Danny Warbeck? Why Ja Pedro? How many crosses in the BBM? If you have a fullback are good in taking on players, now a midfielder or exploiting the right half space, either by Nogetins or whoever will play as the winger, this is a player that will complement. He is not your extravagant signing in the shape of a D and a way there or a Makukurela
CBS Cano
and Scanos and as a way superstar be no when you superstar, men can say we are Simun on a best left back for 2 trim. Name a Juma was so yeno where qualities are a bit complementing the Chelsea war. So you look at the statistics in the Spanish La Liga. You heard the beginning what I say. Crosses from open play. You can't La Liga 4 players in Yinabum when you left back from Guan. You can't players in La Liga in Yinabum we are.
The entire
20 clubs no. Player B won't be no or rank 7th in terms of crosses from open play. It will be crosses pa. Unya na cross neighbor. Unya noba. Unya neighbor. Obe cross na pa. Corners won and when you important man because corner there successful through balls 19th on your number 10 on your 7 on your 8 3 no.
But so Osha even corners won as a left backer. It doesn't make sense.
As he said, a broad
positive.
Yeah. Say left back or corners 27 on. Means or more offensive. He attacks a lot down the flank.
Possession one in defensive terms. The Chelsea person more press here. 11th. The Kala Liga 20 class less ne woman in Abumwa. 87 interceptions 31 43rd. Yeah. This is not your best signing. This is not signing a Bradley. A bit more floppy. As I always say, I tell you. The statistics and the numbers speaks for him. On the field of play, if these things should reflect, Chelsea and your player or be compliment. I didn't Europe na tenase ahwe. Ama Paris Saint-Germain ko maker got no and the free ayas. Because I have Akulana na mehwe no.
Ono kwasa wo mu ko ho.
Be aware.
Chelsea so ko ho.
Be aware.
Ama bi mu kra tag ne so manya the next in Hazard bibisa.
Because Akoda no mahwe ni din. I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical about players e ko form de omo free Dutch Eredivisie de omo ba. Sometimes who moving from the Dutch Eredivisie and now the neighbor mainstream Europe. Mainstream Europe like other top leagues now or break akra in terms of adaptation. But to move him from the Dutch league to Paris Saint-Germain in the French league, I think there's not so much difference in terms of the level of intensity. One, the environment to grow. But when the numbers now they ban, and was so Bakola.
It means it makes me a jano coin.
Inti on major Bakola coin, the other share to a player all the ability. Say in 2 or 3 years time. So Luis Enrique ya koda we hu adwuma say o to no bo ase atetena boa no a
we ni bɔ ne bɔ papa
go ne hye God na me fan ni say and I compared him statistically to Barry Bakola. The number speaks for itself. It's the numbers game. Ana me fan na me de ne to Paris Saint-Germain omo wingers no ho aka Dembele Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. But the gap is not huge. So meaning say we say Yakoda bet me a grow a Fianyoma bebre de free Kivicha Kvaratskhelia ho Obesianyoma de free Dembele ho. Now let's share a proper comparative analysis between Onone Bakola because Bakola and Echo.
Yeah.
It on Akoda Boni.
We do be hard.
We do be hard ba. Oh Yakoda Boni. Yakoda Boni.
Chelsea for no con one man who dear by now for you.
I said for almost how I said
my for Gabriel Bertin from
oh yes
Gabriel Bertin.
You see, but the switch from Eredivisie to the French League in an established team, they say Paris Saint-Germain. You be monitor. So where on the Bakola? Yow.
Who are also so red Bakola?
Hey, yow.
So Mika Goats versus Bradley Bakola.
Yeah. Take ons completed. No. Now when the ball recovers, you know. Grand loss success rate, draws one. I wouldn't even go on a lot on these numbers specifically. But this is not to say he is better than Bradley Bakola. Sometimes these numbers, because of the leagues, not different. But all I'm trying to mean is say, when a Besha Bakola na difference difference in day. And so when a player as a Paris Saint-Germain yabotre, no more monetary progress near, he could grow to become one of the most dangerous wingers in world football. And then Paris Saint-Germain wingers no only a standard maybe say anameboa to say by many kidie to say the bikuta other clubs modebo even for Real Madrid it's in Real Madrid and near bro mo compare right winger de naba now could that we be more balance between right and left to say they desire to do it the man or ball left or ball right ambidextrous the stronger foot and the left no imagine say or side to me number 10 so across the front line PSG 2 wants to do away with Obiti saying bye. So if they should do away with him, this kid. Someone say, "It's Mama Luis Enrique said far could down."
Luis Enrique.
European teams not Luis Enrique said far could that way. It's also a transfer. It can work, and it can also work. But baby, it is the numbers game. Any agent so any would come. Liverpool should be concerned about almost squad depth. Yeah. You can't spend around 450 million euros, 450 million pounds and go and rest and have the squad depth. Leoni, Van Dijk, Gomez, Kekes, Nichimikas. Yow. McAllister, One Gravenberg, but in yon, in no me anything. Yow. Akola no fani rajem.
Yeah.
And no me anymore. Oyade.
Wontumi.
Okutabo na. And I'm posting the two statistics view on my wall X, ni Facebook. Tam Okutabo. But born in Sema, and now o check his statistics now was poor. New. He won only 1 out of 3 tackles.
Say no one is so.
Ano Oswa. This is not to say Akolani Nimbobo, but I'm trying to tell you, say Oswa, so he has weaknesses that needs to be built on. But the ability so Okutabo no born than no yafa born in bibi de. You can't rely on him. Season way. Mon experience in Becca on one. No sien yoma bebre free ho. Zobo ho de. McAllister ho de. Gravenberg mo ho de. These are people obetimi asua. But I think Liverpool needs an addition. Meaning say Wataro endo mo ho. But this kid needs help. The same as Ngumoa. Somewhere on Madrid, some of the money be seen so say full season Liverpool bought Champions League, Liverpool bought league in Gumuha own to me mouse numbers no. Okay. It is a gap for Spurs. If it happens, they will still need an Liverpool experience. Then Gumuha can relax a little bit, learn more. Penko for no social number refer for Bomu here squad depth.
Mate. Now some man is squad depth.
Oh, now some man you assemble them abeka. Now no me catch you say more months say hwe no mo nsam feli Michael Carrick just because I saw the man qualify for Champions League.
And I'm to be a boom like ebia
me there but they can't sound that particular one and no ha enye me say omo hwe no man feli Michael Carrick 1 to 2 why do you also okay you need a left back you need a center back you need a center forward an experienced one indeed and I say here midfielder. So Rashford Akobe Fenerbahce said the whole year story now no said that one you need another because they do good na no we do mo fa no left back wo
oh that's it Mike
see me that say may a brief transfer way na Yasan's wedding come off from UEFA and FIFA and Common. Not news say until say the entire Barca pursue Gordon Adeyemi. Again, the thinking is for squad building purposes. Maybe the amounts involved in a bit ridiculous, especially Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon.
So, Okoti 80 million a player on your sure starter. Because definitely when all available players are fitter, there is no way Gordon will start as a left winger for Barcelona unless Fleck is rotating. No one managing the load and then the minutes of players. But again, the bigger picture is a situation at Barca women. They can't always have things in an ideal manner and not in the most desirous manner. Nes and yet they are no and I mostly the situation they find themselves in. One, the injury to players like Rafinha last season, so I'll check here. Rafinha may say a total of 19 matches. Lamine Yamal may say double figures in terms of matches. I think 11 or 12. I stand to be corrected. Dani Olmo, Otinefie close to 10 matches. Fermin, MSA matches. Almost every player or Barca or attacking a year lineup in their squad. They missed out a year on games due to injuries. They almost call off for a period. So, more attacking units naturally say they have a certain injury label and attack. Then the injuries no probe further. Mostly hamstring and then muscle injuries. What the tendency to repeat. Into check Rafinha about World Cup this year. He missed out on the subsequent games for Brazil. He was not physically ready. So the muscle injuries, anyhow, Abasa Sibo Mobile under Hansi Flick. Yes, the hamstring near very troublesome. But in the regimes that so come home, exactly. So it does not go. If you don't manage minutes well, now my players echo in the same system. So mumbo week in, week out. One year careful, I'll be break rono. O brain as well, player and a better than. So to manage the minute, you need to build a squad. And then I better explain it for players like God the neighbor. Nemom a priority, just like Newton was saying. But ideally, you can get maybe one and a fraction of it. You can't get all of it. So Benyani in the end, the Yentungum Niemfa into the Obedin Kaya baby and Kenya problem. But me assure say, but I see Bass in so, any the Omuhia a better team Nemo Kenano. And your God in your day, excuse me, but I'm not disregarding the impact they can make. But I'm only saying, say, the squad. But a signing like Alvarez, to improve the squad outrightly.
Alvarez is the most pressing.
Exactly, because the need for Lewandowski call. Ferran and the Yehune status, so better now no beko. Inti here, say, Kianeke, a name hodie, Mamin Pebi Mbesha na Mukina. But like I said, and yet the issue now are brabum natchesi and sakano precope, ibua obre, and especially in a market like this, where the sellers market. Alvarez is or buyout clause bia. Na seven kabasa for na kotus kanama la liga for ne say Monje Alvarez ni a trigger and tisa. They would have to negotiate. And a club necessary. Menya imagine say meton, and they are in a better position. Alvarez how many seasons no abo? I feel no be born the third season. Yeah. So contract or signing and a long term. So it gives Atleti a certain bargaining power. And that is the situation. So Barca find themselves in a tricky situation. But me assure say they knew this long before CBA we World Cup. No, Barca knew said their chances of signing Alvarez are very slim. They knew, and that is why they will go all out for Gordon and Adeyemi. What's the assembly at Dekoka? Because me dream say Rooney Badaji wo. Now when you are Gordon Kanwa, they can serve as the wing options. Meboa. O the other yemi betoso. O the other yemi toso.
Biana is a 9 on
exactly. So Barca knew getting Alvarez would be extremely difficult. And there's idea.
Wontumi,
let's find alternatives, which will be cheaper and will not really affect us in terms of registration. So that explains it. Barca knew, but fans, you know, they needed to keep you guys hopeful. Because check it, in the last 2 weeks, what has been Barca's activity concerning the Alvarez pursuit?
Flat.
Exactly. World Cup, you're near 2 weeks, 3 weeks in here. This is the 3rd week post World Cup. Exactly. To him. To me, coaching team Atletico and Sanji player. Unless say a buyout clause room, and now say the condition regarding player no at the club Atleti, and it's in a contract maybe a kind of 1 year. Into Yantonwa or co free. But now I go here and need to share contract. I say long term. And me assure one case so what's Nasia. I heard no Kakrabeba said no, maybe he overcommitted to the Athletic project. A brain and so. So that is the situation. Now to UEFA, dear, no, you see, a man for so munti UEFA, say no, master assembly mo chinchine, that's or more chinese reni.
Infantino, the said the
no,
next
because
to be on
the imperialists are back to claim what belongs to them.
Okay.
The imperialists, they are back to claim what belongs to them. FIFA na yomodia. Nipa no omode ne koye no. Sika dane no. So there is an issue. Infantino is UEFA's candidate.
So no, on a Champions League draw.
No,
general secretary for UEFA.
General secretary. Eventually, obey the second right, the second right hand man, another right hand man to Michel Platini. No, betray Platini. Infantino betray Platini. Platini be called for FIFA after Seblata way. No, there was a scandal about. Platini free one and a pa Infantino unity. Then he went. UEFA backed him as well because he looked clean. And his message was, you better right the wrongs of the previous regime. But you need to understand this from the onset. In Common and the story is also backdated. And when UEFA sees something that goes against their interest, especially regarding FIFA, then they would have to come out. Like I said, FIFA is for UEFA. FIFA here by Beteno. There were just 7 European members. Belgium, Spain, Switzerland, Mukau. And the FIFA. No. So there was no other confederation. Say Africa, Asia, and America. UEFA for Europe for FIFA. Even after the first World Cup in 1931, as at that time and FIFA membership you grow no, UEFA had 27 members. Africa na 1 pair. America na Kabomu and North and Central na 14. So it has always been the organization. Again, check the FIFA presidents throughout until say Stanley Rouse mube free wa Avalanche eba. Avalanche was a Brazilian. No befemu and Sana Seblateba. It has always been the Europeans. Avalanche is the first non-European to be the FIFA president. Or free one treme. Which other non-European waba beje? O the letter we baso. Which other non-European wabe the FIFA president? None. But again, Seblata, any kind of hono. He was Avalanche boy into a betois de Avalanche here. So UEFA needed to claim what was theirs. I started saying by imperialist. What is imperialism? Me a Newton food a country. Me wa Europe. Ma bet discover Africa. Me who fancy. Me who akomia mu ina mo countries mu develop here. I want to show you how powerful I am. So I come and extend my power and authority over you. Imperialism na colonialism free muba. Into oba or the nenyoma beshe so, not the nenyome rao. The entity so is superior than you. The way they behave, the way they dress, the way they speak. Until more education, they be rao. Me power British for never ano. Almost the same educational setup. And they are according to send a normal yoma. Sorry, ebimbai religion. They brought us. Sport. Why want to do football bar? Gold Coast, no. Why want to take ball boy? The internet affairs and then Ghana teams to me cooperating couple balls. I was like, "Kofi Mokobo stoke near there." All part of the imperialism. So they brought the sports here as part of their control. And also bringing a hope. Again, let me break it further. Tama Kwame Nkrumah bedi so no. Nkrumah was an imperialist and he was tilted towards Pan-Africanism. Sadia, he sold African sports using the Black Star Black Star they didn't for him by the Black Star of Africa. Sadia, Yania Kukuda Mbebo Real Madrid Baha Santos Baha, we were performing at the highest level just to show that we are also powerful. So imperialism can be both ways. Why are the EAT also betting their EATOB? So the imperialists are back to claim what is theirs. And what is theirs near FIFA? Now, Infantino started raffle feathers. Infantino can be said, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Infantino DNK Adrian wants to develop football. But he also saw a loophole. Football development, and they can Infantino ne salary trewa. He's the first FIFA president to earn a bonus. FIFA now commune to your annual bonus.
Yeah.
But oje salary, edgy bonus, okabomwa, ekeka ko $7 million a year. Footballer no bobo no kroje sign. Again, any year they are recording what paper so. So the side gigs need the oje no. A bra draining tiase so. No so what World Cup ni more 48. Now some of these things you need to really be on the two sides of the story to understand. You be a World Cup ni mo how no win the
participating countries no Africa for ya
good. Why? Because sabi we accommodate. Mikite bro. O ya akoko. Me poni mi ensama wa. O you okay ana o nya okay. Say accommodate. Inti mikite bro no fall. E bro no mikita no fall. Ana ma poni mi ensande ya man wa so. You are okay. By a bro no kese na wo hwan ho. So yes, you are Africa. Under the FFE, that is the FIFA football enterprise, you know. Yes, it's true. African countries would have made money. $20 million. Meboa. Yeah, the Bemau. Near Southward to FIFA forwards, Kanimama, Meboa. So an African country stands to benefit within a 4-year period. $40 million guaranteed. Plus the Meboa. But to the Europeans, what does it mean? Especially mainstream Europe.
You say insult,
Adentia. You are selling the soul of football to private investors. And Chelsea for na mu kemi. Most America for na buy DNC. Saudi Arabia, Newcastle, how they are running it. Private investors, they only care about one thing, profit. Football was not instituted for profit. But why would Infantino champion this? And Kama Obi suggest it. Do you get the point?
Yeah.
The ama UEFA for nibu efune say, wona wo football no ehye wunsem, wona wo da no football ekuo kese no, wona wo da no. So you protect the interest of football no matter what, not even money. But you are the engineer. Because Infantino come here, America market in the World Cup way, it gave them $13 billion plus. And I bought the most lucrative FIFA World Cup a year. Bosome crown by Infantino see a tall World Cup no for more money.
I said World Cup no come here bond is a basketball. First to fourth quarter.
No, I cry a bass of member. Tio, new more than some men mean to mean break here down here. Yeah, bo World Cup. Ose World Cup no, and who's sika? And a FIFA the money bra. For the first time in history, this is the World Cup of FIFA. What more than what quadruple the revenue? When you $13 billion plus. Previously, no Qatar when yasa into when you 13 billion now. First, no Qatar now when yasa no, and no crowd when you scat the ball bra. FIFA ankwa hunchim. Into what called the most successful World Cup in terms of finances a year. Indeed, Bosome crowd will say, I was see a secure the future of football development in the Yan ton World Cup stake maybe for further 20 million. Now 13 billion no. Can't it develop football for the next 4 years? Again, you are contemplating widening the World Cup participants from 48 to 64. No, Akwan Debi, where who be? Where who be and where who be? That is where UEFA is coming from. For the Africans, oh yeah, BMA, Ghana bet me qualify for World Cup. But for them, it is to protect the interest of the game, not sell the soul of football to the same private investors whose sole purpose is to make money. Inti hona story, you know, hona nkomono ni nam. UEFA for the letter come Infantino. Friday no mo send man. Saturday now we transfer here. No was why she. The aside support, you know. They've sent a damning letter. Into Shadrach Kubet Media Toso. Now, the letter is telling Infantino, say, Krache, what's the idea? No one perceive you by any over. So we write, we are just an editorial reconstruction. Me and my design say. On behalf of the Union de Association UEFA, in connection with the plan proposed by FIFA to sell a stake in certain FIFA tournaments to private investors and all related matters. UEFA hereby gives formal notice that it is actively considering legal action, arbitration, and or regulatory complaints arising out of and in connection with the FFE plan proposed by FIFA and all related matters. You and FIFA are required to take immediate steps to 1. Identify, 2. Locate, 3. And preserve all documents and electronically stored information described in this notice that are in your or FIFA's possession, custody, or control. They are no more. Plan it there, what they check, what watching. By your ball, Coco says, I want second letter we are. Share, and I be a yankita who dear. Ah, when a bank, when a consultants, when a wine, a year about FF, you know, men say, you know, men to team. A phone call crowd, men paper phone records, no. Ye interest. All to 1, consider see a bit me see wo. 2, you bet me know what home man so within the sports sector. And now say, you bet me trigger regulatory sanctions from the same FIFA against who Infantino and who be or can be. And now this is where it gets interesting. They listed 14 FIFA executives, including Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger role here. Or FIFA's head or director of football development globally. Yeah. And they say you could work up home commercial develop football globally. Arsene Wenger, one way or the other, will be part of certain meetings or discussions or whatsoever. Sadia, Arsene Wenger is in not probably as a target, but as a witness. In Corona, who could be net saying General Secretary, FIFA General Secretary Matthias Grafstrom, account Mario Galavotti, Director of Independent Committees, account again. Independent committees no muju mediane nyomo omo ye no enisa FIFA interfere now these same independent committees na nubi ana Folarin Balogun red card no omo kotwe free ni ho. So this is a major assault at FIFA to upstage the Infantino presidency, and this story will not end here. Mame posu wa ochina ebe to aso.
But I say Mike they don't want me as one issue.
Oh, fancy walk up call Qatar. Infantino took Kotna Qatar. Aye. Walk up by US or took Kotna Miami. Nipa Baku, who used to private jet. FIFA contract on a Qatar with one. Yema Infantino private jet. So he became too powerful. The money and the power ate into his head. And a cautionary tale for all of us. Because Infantino begins to blatter then or say, Yemme, ye de way mo ye ni bi to yampia.
That's all Kazi and Kai. Kazi refi. Whoa, Cabo.
Fancy.
Now say we are fine.
I
don't be on so same boat. Because I'm under 20 in Abavi.
Ah, yes. Uncle, you're free. Coach Nessa or buy your man will be a independent square near man platform. Now your Buzan said Ghana have players no Basso Connor do near Buzan say under 20 Mingudia Menka. I coach I said players co tournament when just me I didn't farm I
last you discuss oh
yeah
a copa
just ready tell man
that man sort of born at 20 so Maxwell under 20 under 20 as Maxwell Blasters AB assistant coach second assistant coach the third one no under 20 there nothing sorry
or transit go Tiana 20 ni the anya nkoyi. Yebe host next year so yebe hu de yebe si.
Me host we.
Under 20 AFCON. Oh Krumbi ma.
Stadium bay.
Oh baba cry. Tiere. Once yebe to me ka dia. And you fast. Young call the Black Queens as we na a man who said no the Cameroon. And your man kra ama Cameroon for no woman so eshe ama you see ye say your next game against Mali you bet me abon and your na coach came last as a defeat na buy no physically we Cameroon for na man no more thing eche pa and no can be ntina ye ntimi awini a I'm say you lose ye coach came last and come boy after the game coach came last in here.
It was a physical game. I felt that Cameroon played more physical, especially in the first half than us. They won almost every 50-50 duel, and sometimes you think that you're a little bit unlucky in some situation, but I also think that you deserve the luck. And I think they worked harder than us. They more in the first half, and that's why also they came out with 1-0 in halftime. Even if of course it's tough for us with a penalty against us, and also in the second half I think we play pretty good, and we
coach area to the interior senuama everything akoi na fe di enkomo na yakoi nim na Lenda also answer Lenda so kire say omo another chance to play nya say confidence any here you game against Mali the opportunity o ntie no enso ya de ehwe ni mo ebetimi akoi Lenda also answer kire say another gamer you be bounty confidence ya de here you nya gather confidence I win the game na yakoi nim yenti Lenda also answer nkoma ono so edijai.
And we understand the game because we have another game to play and we are confidently for the another game. The catch Ghana for you say people are not supporting Black Queens. This is not the end of the journey. We have another game and we prove ourselves. So far it has been good and amazing.
So the banner said the Black Queens and command on that. Yenti nkomo we every lawyer obribwan ho na ni nyina ne say ekwe faso picking leaders e Ghana ha e ba no ye football mo adu ba bia na ha dwie pa. Oso hwe said the Black Stars and as hwe ministry edu ba bi na nkobia nim say omuni bonu parties ni mienu no na mo hwe omo betima ye ball no eno betimi aboa ameya kwen no no e nkomo a efi ode ba de enseme ba na Ghana experience center back bako efeno kwesi Kofi Agbasima na Kofi say one munim no Bechem United Accra House of Folk Samates or Bole League num our experience a captain kra na say udu say Iraq club your friend Al Itisalat FC and no and it's what nani ache Iraq Premier League and a branchi and nani ache ma one of say oh yeah experience in Iraq your corner yakobo adwuma e ho na bibian so etimi akoya won common no former Thama Youth and afi Samates Karela and so player Evans Oseusu reporter ban say the medicals no and so because so has a book and what did any and so kwachere na afo di ne dwuma mo eguso mo negotiate a final stage no and do good news at the mahas ne say omusika na say coach heading omutu adema no yes say omu enam kwan so omagye atum say omu ko deposit scan or bank at the ama coach heading na say omatima transfer ban no at the free house and some no e kakre for de ba mediama and so show interest e was swado all blacks left back your friend Abdul Aziz akwa no onimbobo pa omu enya na omu pe eno ye nkoma kakre for de ba ayedon sem and so e de man ne anope na mrano ko ye beba na afie de si na yenram ni ani nkoma kakra ewo ye kan say na no pay ye no anu sporty edi nkoma Raymond e kan komo bi say Ghana Commonwealth games na ekoye e Glasgow no onse ekoye say nkofo bi adwane be nipa be miensa bi die ye hwehwe o ma ye hu o mu na ye betie nkomo we ana PRO evema we a director a communication director de magiosi no ye racha so say bi say nkomo na ye nua Raymond e kan ye de Ghana for ne bi aba but omo maka no omo nyamba e batches anu mbeba into the last batch ne expect omo on the 8th to 10th of August into obi anwane Ghana for obi a ho yenti no
let's end it there. Okay anyway
So to confirm, just to go back to touch on a few points, you did say that the team would be arriving in batches. So it's after everybody's arrived that we'll have to triangulate and then check the numbers to see if everybody's here. Not so.
Voice of Sports.
The last group is expected in Ghana by August.
Okay.
And the last group is expected in Ghana by on the 8th thereabout.
Okay.
I think 8 or 10.
And it to just say, Sir Aisha or Aisha Zanab Edi. So a medalist at the Magana and Fe, the other two. There's any Pamiansa and yes, here Glasgow, Mutu Mutia Doma Yumo, and director of communications said it to just say a batches and Omaya moment. He will be the next batch about arriving and no air kaka. But you fancy time in tea. Young face and another from room. Why?
Mate, yeah, I say. New.
Yeah. Say you're free more, you know.
What's it?
You're free more.
Yeah.
U20 now.
What 3 matches over one draw?
You're free more.
I don't know guy there.
Third best to be anyhow. In a second.
Wafu no. Open third best to Wafu.
Yeah, fire drinking corn next year.
What a 1 point in a third best.
And yeah, fire drinking corn next year hosting so. No, yeah, you see a free more. Jenny be. Couple kasi fa coach Masokuna do me ask questions so national kura can say
under 20.
Yeah me o me answer. Yeah free mu ya. Yeah free mu.
Wontumi.
Bibia ni hon ma obetimi aka say wo ye ni sisi unless you want to really put your focus on next summer or next year you're hosting a person Ghana. I want to say attention. We can really go back and deliberate all factors that led to our early exit and all of that. But we still have a bigger tournament to host somewhere next year. It requires a lot of deeper preparation, a greater environment that will enable us to succeed as a host country. Other than that, we hear talking about issues my born from you better reference to Nema MY game no you better coaching education you better lack of quality you better send me bray yo next year you host to U20 AFCON U20 our Ghana e di ade na ye honestly say you was see so they say to me a new preparation all together na next year to me a host ade na host no say the encrofo hwehwe. But you can't say the agent called you free more Ivory Coast so you're free more. The crack you say you're free more. Let's say
one share now old sign Babe who's Stephen and they always me Akoji and I'll go with him.
Man share
to say be one you postmortem and who they call wronger. Now the Babe who's queen.
Postmortem they said they be a moyana.
Okay.
They be a moyo. Na postmortem me now.
As my casual so cast all can appear out in the area.
Omoye.
Wontumi.
Unim papa na pa no moja ye boni.
Sorry kalo.
Unim papa na wojai na wo ye boni.
We no me ana.
Be e wo say koma be anu afa.
That's what carry me dodo.
No na wa.
You
na kede your friend at 17 a ye ne e ba o. Your friend at 20 a Ghana na e ba.
E free mo.
What make the last time you qualify for Olympics?
Ache
2004 bi na some jam ko 2008 de na mo ko boy na
yeri Japan bi
Prince Tego mo de no ka yan ko no anu ba besim
say no ka ba for after 23 for no bi de do be shem ba for jana me kan and him say no ka tornado ko shem bi ye fa tornado so shem o
Wontumi
ye fa me se be shem ya ye free mu
U17
ye free mu
U20
ye free mu
Ghana to me conquer Africa the same year as our conquer world. Nyana na Morocco for our Ghana 20 World Cup.
You better go sing na no free.
Funim papa na be boni as e toje wa.
Wo no ye hwan
wa o yo bia no afa.
O ka me nim dodo. Ya free.
Be adwene dan me sam me use be. Kakra na aka na sam man fa me kwan na me tinya me ya o da be da. To me ban my foreign na ma bobo me sponsors na me ko.
Hey, look, I don't think so on your local.
Look at the
Ghana Premier League. Minia,
you serious. Only serious. League now must start here. No man, now be dream or show one Wontumi. Ebeka 3 matches at 6-0, 5-0. No be 6. No be in inside the ring. That's what Pabusa Google. So last season, when they say 6 goals in a single game, Wamama Ghana League last day. Mankind wa.
Oh, na say players be na she.
Me ban masamba my jara mafa matching.
But what is wrong with the player? No, what is wrong with the player?
Masamba hand one ma kwanya na dia san.
Yeah, what is wrong with the player scoring?
Yeah,
it happens.
They damage so
no, it happens. What is wrong with the player scoring?
It's a quarter.
New, what is wrong with the player scoring?
Sibusa say last season the whole world when they say 6 goals.
Na say no kana Ghana dem.
Mensa mi enche.
And na Ghana dem usro.
Mensa mi enche.
And na Ghana Premier League ne dem usro.
Me say, on person otibe yo ya, yes why is a quarter.
There be sent be ban me we na wo mo kwa okwa bonten na wo sponsors na we need to know be ma wo. I'm telling you. Opa draw proposal fa kwa bonten so ba be look and 2 hours. So be fewer.
You say be only interest so maybe
they say we fabulous no munjai.
Koroko fans ne house folk fans.
Omo no me house our no.
Oh, na say they are still
fabulous no munjai.
They will love it. They are still there. They will love it. They will love it.
The game no kono no. The game
your friend at 17 Ghana na unity. Your friend at 20 Ghana na unity.
Ade be yawo this time around the money say under 17 e boni 2 years new. Yeah, the ba.
The man the woman in am haya.
I do. But you see, I don't know. The more I take the number of years in
the bottom now when you now you body
oh, I don't know when you tell you can say the yeah, I said no what years in new team you say you. What years in new team. But you see, yeah, there are a lot of interest.
No minti America.
Yeah, what pa? Me minti data obi sasa.
Is it the American say me real my bomb videos na come baby. David Bay. Ah, most starting league and here kwan wo bibia no kwan wo twa. Any sentence ado wo twa bi ni. Last 3 games na mo fancy I didn't fa ho bi. Okra mo share say dem share basketball no.
But the way I youth team in the city corner the way performances in the city corner. Ebe kakra na gise bi e ho ni nyina na yesa kofa abrofo na abrofo abeya adwuma no. Because the appointments and the commitment to that level, I don't think they are ready to take it serious. Now on Thursday, oh how medenam. But then some few minutes left, na me so kofa videos. Koroko at disposal of and me let me not use the word dispose of my party ways with Kwame Poku. On my party ways with Francis Aqua. On my party ways with Elvis Chi. And then on my 4
as a goalkeeper wako.
Yeah, Benjamin Chum. Yeah. And I'm surprised say all this list in the Wabon CCA, I catch on my party ways with them. There are several of them are on the counting on it and making sure say at the end of the day, or more friendly games or more bonny this weekend. Or more major more quiet. It's one of the call preseason ni bibia from 10 full corner there. For 2 teams next season, you are part of the team. The moment after the friendly matches in this week, because for friendly, me sure say I no pay crime and work as a mugusu ebo. Korokobesa have another friendly match. I think Wednesday morning against Ebony. Korokobesa have a friendly match for I think on Friday or Saturday morning against Kumasi teams in Ebony. Oh, tie bomb and Sunday we are. Wow, we are part of it now. All to quite be that is next season you are part. But listen now about Monteno and you me surprise. You did tell me surprise in here say. All of these players last season, they were question marks. All of these players last season, we question marks now about even on the field of play, no born or more bona, off the field, there were questions. And definitely, so far as on the same winner, they be a catcher players, you know. Last season, Kotoko said how many coaches? Zito Kochibi Meboa, Coach Prince Ousu Kochibi, Anna Hamza Diomuye. 3. Iti enena dodo na akọ ba kwaka. So o dan attitude bi adi. In terms of Ujina Park no so one ma wo output na akọ soro a fa show trim. Say, sa coach ne da so ho and technical report you will be there.
Hamza say me sure so boys we am dey man come o.
Because yaw. Eto da bia, iti ne obobo na e ka che o say, yiwa kumomu nebo.
na unnim nipa a wɔhwɛ you are and Stanley Menzo na yɛde n'aba kɔtɔkɔ sese no ɔnya hwehwɛ animu Stanley Menzo free Suriname na aba onim obi yɛ fɛ na Akwasi Boakye sese baby a issue ni gyina no iti ye you free team ni mu a Stanley Menzo ni na be gyina no abɛka kyerɛ sɛ Akwasi me ba ye me hwɛ we a kind technical report every training na wire in the last few days a ye hwɛ na sɛ bi a ɔkɔ team fufura e be boa wo iti ho dwato ahini ni ho iti afri kotoko na omo ye no last season ne ba no office na nka trimu ye de open na ye time na open na abebo opa o mebo na ba ko bi wo mo no kwa de me yaso da so botim ne bo se ka ba na ko mo ma ne ko
bi mo nyan kan report na nkyere na
ono so de beba se bobo so ebobo ba last season Benjamin Chum omo suspended no ye sheda na ye din yanka sa asem no on the pitch there were a lot of things that happened. The case that went to happen at Asankregwa. Let's not behave like as a players now more konai. Yema bi mu kono. Na we die na ma player we akọ. A lot of them. Yamra Park na nkasa so Kwame Poku last season say how many goals na ma akotoko. In the absence of Albert Amwa, yaw, or say how many goals? What pra oba mi ehunu bibi. Oba no yedan. Number 2, Elvis changed the whole of last season. No one turn or buy or the boy. Or boy, no, so go no a day. Francis Aqua cried, more be a mekabi because Francis Aqua was shocking me brutal. Ya last season, what the Aqua Dinako to Kobo man and a hope. Error. It doesn't mean he's not a good player. Aqua might flourish somewhere else because no flourish will be Bechem United. He plays so well at Bechem. At Kotokona, on the footballing side, Aqua by one tray say or better than Patrick Kotokona. Lordam one Patrick said do pranum the Musa Gomuti. Joseph Amwa Krawai lucky. Because the performances were poor. And some of you, or my Hesani your money in my videos. On my kind technical report, a lot of you, Montana, you leave. And this time, the board Neduma no more, no. No, a man for ye, and almost signed them league in the best at in Chebia. Yow, almost a more mandate, no, and your 1 year mandate. They are not ready to go back to those things. And I'm man for your mobile number, betam player, nobody, I'm a number, betama mucho, no matter be quite true. They have 5 years to do a lot. They want to build a team. It is a bigger call. No menya abotra hwehwem no mu de bia be hyehyem one by one a compete a yaw they are ready to do that and compete well. But me say baby a pressure the free ban say board member ba ko doing the unveiling of things like a league be once say league be je but also yesterday realistically if this is how you want to go with the team it will take time to be a dominant force. But when we dey clearance na ye adwuma yaw menu omo ya adwen and 2 years. So first year can do something, push, compete well. Second year should be an established league winner.
Our more communicating my fans and
they have to.
I am aware.
The more you know, they have to. The more you know, team or person league. And yes, it is in a bad way. Second to compare to league. But the rebuilding they are doing the process no more you know.
About 3 years on G League. It was hard to never got 2 and so.
The process of I don't know more you know team like in premu this season.
Enye into almost share na fufu.
Almost share.
Ati. I'm in family video say. Yeah, my family videos nti Sharak mama already among videos na mama na yema Ghana for no so much na among for my joint